news guy.
News on what the fuck's going on in our sphere.
The source for streamer Twitch information.
Your go-to person for Twitch news.
He does Twitch news.
All of the Twitch news, anything that has to do with like stream.
The best news on Twitch. You can get it from Zach's stream.
Fantastic informational streams about everything and anything Twitch.
The go-to for everything Twitch.
And he literally actually cares about the Twitch community.
I like to call him the Adrian Wojnarowski of Twitch.
The best Twitch news on Twitch. You're that guy that knows everything about Twitch.
You guys want to know what's going on with Twitch and what's coming on in the future, stuff like this. That's the man you want to follow, and that's the man you want to watch.
Best place to get Twitch news, period.
The Twitch news extraordinaire.
Zach Bussey, best Twitch journalist to ever do it.
Indeed.
It's funny, I get most of my Twitch news from Zach.
I mean, if you ask me, he's more attractive than Devin Nash or that Slosher guy.
Oh, it's Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Bussey. Bussey. Bussey. Bussey. Bussey.
Oh man.
Broadcasting live around the world from the TOS.GG studio. Please welcome the host of Today on Stream, Zach Bussey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to... Oh, God, where am I? There I am. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Why am I all off center? Well, it is what it is. Hi, everybody. Welcome. What if I do this? Oh, I do have extra space on either side. Well, there we go. Am I centered now? Perfect. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Early stream because we got to watch a thing and I'm already behind on everything. So I was like, hey, we have to go live because we have to try to play some level of catch up on the things as they continue to stack up against me. And one of those things today is Dan Clancy had a chat with the Twitch ANZ region, or Z. I kind of like ANZ, even though I am a Canadian, so I say Z. But anyways, everywhere else says Z as well. But anyways, yeah, they had a chat with that. I've seen some of the tweets about it saying that it did not go well. That's not a surprise to me. I hope, well, I mean, it is kind of a surprise if Dan didn't do his research going into that overall conversation, but anyways, we'll see. Hi, everybody. My eyes are also bugging out, so if they look more watery than usual, it started happening yesterday on stream. My eyes were like, as I said, I had something in my eye. I think I have allergies. And so I took, I don't typically have allergies, but I took an Arius, hoping, not an ad, not a sponsor, but I took that hoping that it helps a little bit, but it's made my eyes waterier as a result. So here we are. It's okay to cry. We're here for you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Let me scroll up and see what everybody is doing. Or saying, rather. Hi, Reg. Hi, Monica. Hi, TCan. Hi, Cohen. Hi, Illusion. Hi, Illumination. Illusion. 95 stream streak from Irresolution Illusion. That is impossible. That is wild. Thank you so much, because you're exactly right. Surprised I can keep this streak with your erratic schedule. Yes, I have had a rather erratic schedule of late, typically going live sooner, but longer. But yes. Hi, Illumination. Hi, Lamp. Hi, Jen. Welcome. That notification wasn't very cutesy, not very demure. SMH my head. That's a dead meme already. That's dead. That's completely dead, Jen. TikTok killed that one so fast. It's a dead meme. Hi, PS Witch. What did that say? My thing jumped. I see stories on web now. Another thing that I'll probably ignore. Well, it sounds about right. I should make a story. Hi, Darth Roni. Zexo partner coded right now. Hi, Desert Ice. Hi, Kate. Hi, Falcor. Surprised you can keep up with your erratic schedule. Yeah, no, that is shocking. What is the over-under on Zach actually getting to the TwitchCon schedule today? Probably like 2%. Like a 2% chance, so 50 to 1 odds, 48 to 1 odds. Not very good. Not very good. This stream is 3 hours long, but I think that the actual chat itself is only 2. So we'll see how that goes. Hi, Dimitri. Hi, Pass Before. Hi, Musician. First time I've seen the Melody Pop ads. 90s candy technology with a TikTok style ad. Uh-oh. Why is that text hanging off the screen? My illusion is ruined. Why is that text? Oh, you're right. Well, it's a pun. It's a pun because of the fact that the word is condensed, but it's obviously expanded beyond. Hi, Aureus. Casual Zach look and start. Exactly. That's right. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. Lamp, thanks so much for the 3 stream streak. Sans coming in with a 95 stream streak. Patchy, thank you very much for the 15-month resub as well. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see here. Hey, let me switch over to the main scene. You can see what I'm looking at. Patchy, happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Patchy. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday or feels birthday man or various combinations of birthday messages, balloons, and or cakes and or a party hat for Patchy. Happy birthday, Patchy. Ignore this because Twitch is stupid with counting streams. I'm in it. Oh, well, too late. Too late now. I already read it. Do people keep those streaks so long? I always lose it like 15 to 20. Yeah, I lose mine at like 5 to 10. I'm terrible. Demure is a meme. It's a whole thing. Very demure, very cutesy. It's the way that they look at this. It's very cutesy, very demure. Ridiculous. Is this your summer schedule? Kind of. Hi, Underground Rescue Channel. Showing off. Yeah, you betcha. Exactly, Sans. Hi, Bonsai. Thank you. Delete the stream and start over. No. Hi, where e-girls dare. We've come a long way from Miami, Zach. What is this? I know. It's I turned on the AC today, and it's a balmy 23 degrees Celsius in my room right now, and I'm not turning it down. Sherbert! Happy birthday, Sherbert, as well.
Thanks for
happy birthday, Sherbert. It is Sherbert's birthday, so the equal amounts of happy birthdays that we've given to Patchy, a same amount, or maybe one more. No offense, Patchy, but she is a mod, and so she has to have some sort of mod privileges. So one more on top to Sherbert. Hoodie Zach Skater Era, exactly. Mr. Zach Day is actually dressed up for us. I'm sorry, Healer Nation. I only do that for streams that are at 5 o'clock. That's the cutoff point. Anything newer or before that? No. What time is it in what time is it in Australia? 4 a.m. All right, good. We can talk bad about those Australians and they'll never know. Halloween moon crap. Happy birthday, Sherman. Absolutely. Happy birthday. All right, we caught up. I said happy birthday twice a stream, so claim whichever one you want. Yep, that works. We are not stingy in spreading the happy birthday messages. Commonwealth infighting. Yeah. Well, I don't even know how we start this, really. Actually, I do know how we start this, really. I need to clear my throat. I'm not going to do that on screen because that's disgusting and terrible, but I do have to do it. So, 1 second. That is better already. Hi, Kohlrabi. I'm Australian. I will rat you out. That's fair. You know that everyone on the site is DJs and a lot of them stay up to ungodly hours? That is actually true. That is actually very true. Clear it, sure. There won't be a sound clip made of it. Well, There isn't now because it's already done, and I'm smart enough to turn off the microphone.
A new
Stream
subscriber.
Nilo, thank you very much for the 20-month resub. You know what's interesting? Different things say different things. I'm just gonna point this out real quick. Twitch can't get their ducks in a row. Look at this. Okay. On this one, I have the old system. One second.
Thanks for gifting a sub.
My control button's not working as well anymore. I gotta press it really hard. That's what she said. Subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 20 months, currently on an 18-month streak. But over here, on this page, it says resubscribed for 12 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 20 months. So 2018, 1220. I don't know which one is which. I don't know which one's correct. But anyways, there you go. Everything's a little bit different. I must have subbed at a higher tier at some point. Maybe 12 months ago or 8 months ago. Either way. Patchy, what are you doing? Patchy, it's your birthday. You don't gift a sub. It's your birthday. Thank you, though, Patchy. That is very kind of you for gifting a sub to Say Sarah. Spreading birthday love. I'm a reverse giver. That's fair. All right. Let's get into this because this is a important stream, potentially. Dan Clancy, chatting with 8-Bit Elliot, Jack Hutto, Carla, and Trash, which are all streamers. And then Nerno is, his name is Mitchell. Forgetting his name, but it's something Mitchell. Alexander Mitchell. Mitchell. Who's that guy that... Richard Lewis. Mitchell Lewis. Richard Lewis is the esports guy. Mitchell Lewis is the Twitch staffer who represents the ANZ region. He is he was basically head of partnerships now, is my understand, for the region, for the overall APAC region, Asia Pacific, and Australia and Oceania, basically that entire area. Lewis, yes, thank you. Yes. On this website, we blame Twitch. Thank you. None of that higher tier stuff. Just get out of the long knives. True. So you process that out loud with something. Singletary, it's how the brain works. Sometimes you have to kind of work it through. Why does Clancy camera just chop him off at the neck? Dan Clancy's always tired. I noticed that actually in the other stream. In the stream that he did with the Spanish streamers. Oh, what is this? Oh, God. You can't even just click that to get to chat anymore? That's annoying.
San Diego.
Good.
Y vamos a tener
So that now you can't click to just get to chat. You have to click on the chat button. Man, they really just... But yeah, anyways, I noticed that he's, in this, he was slouching a lot, and he's holding on for dear life like the ship is going down. It's such a funny posture to take. I didn't want to point it out at the time, but yeah, look. Oh no, the ship, we're sinking. He's holding on there. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna see how this guy, I don't know how he has such vastly different camera angles in literally the same setup. How many cameras is this guy using? Hi, Wolfie. It goes to chat if there isn't a story. Ah, okay. Thank you, Wolfie, for letting me know. I'm actually going to make I literally downloaded the app just to make a story, and I'm going to make a story right now. Click on that. How come clicking on the plus button doesn't actually click the plus button? Oh, there it goes. Jesus. Hi, Mr. Mobile. Only this time. Create a video. Access my microphone. Only this time. I don't trust Twitch otherwise. Wait, can you edit? Can you add to this? I don't even know how it works. I'm live right now talking about Dan Clancy being on a chat, a voice call, video call thing with a bunch of different ANZ streamers. And it's probably going to go off the rails because I don't think that Dan knows anything about the ANZ region prior to it existing, or prior to him being CEO. So we'll see how that goes. Come watch. Wait. Oh, I can't add anything to it? Live now. Perfect. All right, make that bigger. And then I will send it to my story so that everybody has to see it. Posting. What are the chances that it just doesn't post? Because that happens so often. Hey, it posted. Heck yeah. All right, now we can close the app and never have to open it again until we post another story. What is ANZ? Hi, Ben. How are you? Welcome. Hi, Twillick. Hi, Roger Nerd. Hi, Alan. That man is high. Fair enough. He has a lot of touring Europe to do. Let him rest while he's home. Yeah, well, no, he's not just Europe. Now he's got to go down to South America to where they speak Spanish, like Brazil. Hi, Mr. Mobile. Can you turn that? Can you turn that on all the time real quick? Oh, like the voice? Yeah, exactly. I understand what you're doing. I understand how you're trying to operate. Perfect first take. Yeah, I don't care. It's Twitch stories. I'm gonna just post it. First time that I get it, that's the only time. I'm not redoing it. He's as big as brand risk as that first time Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan. Hi, Matrix is. Hi, Slashy. Slashy, thanks so much for the 3 stream streak. Upsetting. Brazil speaks Portuguese, Zach. Oh, I know. I'm making a joke because that's what Dan said yesterday, that he was going to go for the people that they had to start doing some content for the people who speak Spanish, such as Mexico, Spain, and Brazil. I never missed a stream, Zach. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Slashy. That's not on me. There's been no punishment. I've issued no warnings. You're safe. So you're gonna have to blame Twitch for that one. Hello, Disney's evil lawyers have had me fuming today. Don't ask for a link if you don't want to also be pissed. Probably wise. Probably wise. The first one was on you, but yes, I don't know if it was. I mean, I'll accept it, but it is what it is. Hi, Dragon Gem. By the way, we are also live over on YouTube, so if you want to go watch on YouTube... Wait, do I have a YouTube command? I should add a adcom, ! YouTube live, watch... Follow. Oh, it does show up there. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. Hey, that's double cool. You can also watch on YouTube. http youtube.com/ZachBussey/live. Did that work? That did not work. Cool. Command add YouTube live. And then I'm just going to copy and paste this.
Oh my god, what the hell? What's going on?
Wait, oh my gosh.
Coke, are you serious right now?
Cookie, what?
You're invited to the Twitch partner program.
I just got partnered.
We got partner, boys.
Hey, that worked.
What? Coke Gaming.
Hi, Banny. Banny, how are you doing? Is there a way to send the same message in all chats you are connected to in Twitch chat? That's a good question. I don't think so. Not at this point. But I'm going to add that to my list. Send all message. Hi, Raymond. Raymond, how are you? This fucking app always plays whenever it's first in the shitty feed underneath the stream notification I clicked on. Yeah, the app is buggy. It's buggy. There's a whole bunch. I think Banny had that issue. Lots of people have had that issue. If you try to watch the stream on mobile and you go to the stream that you want to watch, inevitably it takes you back to the main feed and sends you to another stream. It's a very strange thing. I thought you were reacting to Sean DeBlack for some reason. Well, I could. I saw him reacting to Pirate Software the other day. Hi, Nair. Might be a gray area in the Twitch ELA. Think spam? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I am. I'll tell you guys. I've somewhat. The second channel I'm not streaming on right now in terms of twitch.tv/ZachBussey2, only on main. But I'll explain why later, maybe. But anyways, we'll see how it goes.
A new follower.
Green screen shenanigans, you're right. Queen Manda. Hi, Queen Manda. How are you? Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Hi, Salty. What happened to yesterday's VOD on Twitch? I removed it because because I shared something that is probably better that I don't share, maybe. It's not that big of a deal. What am I doing? Right, turning on my lights. Okay, that's slightly less shenanigan-y. Oh, what is it shenaniganing on? What's over here that it's shenaniganing? What's over here that it's shenaniganing? No. There. Not much head clearance. That's okay. That's okay. How you doing, Manda? Click the link in your Discord today that Monica posted, link to a Twitch article. It took me to one of the took me out of the stream I was watching for some reason, all on phone. Wait, really? You going to Gamescom? Hell yeah, Slashy. Nice. Nice. Hold on, one more thing. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Too much hair volume for such little clearance. I know. I'm gonna have to lose some hair or something. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. Actually, before we watch this, allow me to pull up a Threads post that I made today. This was a few hours ago, because I'd seen some of the tweets about it. I haven't had a chance to watch the Australia, New Zealand Twitch creators chat with CEO Dan Clancy yet, but seeing the reaction is not surprising to me at all. Prior to the layoffs, the ANZ region was an outlier in terms of how Twitch ran it. Events, presence at conventions, community opportunities that included affiliates, and most importantly, regular communication. As such, Twitch's new austere times have hit that region harder than any other, which is in fact true. Other regions around the world would salivate to have had the community development that Twitch's ANZ region had prior to the layoffs, and that's a huge credit to the staffers that worked that region. Instead, Clancy's Twitch is focused on general ideas that really aren't for anyone specifically. This is the interesting thing that I think is going on with Twitch right now. Let's look at TikTok and copy that. Seems to be how it's operated. Development focused on things like guest star, drop-ins, Temu TikTok update. It's hard to look at it any other way. All that is to say, it's a very different Twitch than has been in the past, and it's likely only going to get less recognizable and far more generic. Much like how every other social app look and feels like every other social app, Twitch is rapidly trying to catch up with their corporate peers, but on a shoestring budget. As we know, they don't have a lot of money. That may work out financially, a big if, but it's equally likely to destroy the very thing that makes Twitch feel unique and special among the corporate social peers. All that is to say, if you've been a creator exclusively focused on Twitch and you'd like to make streaming your career, then it's critically important to diversify where you create and how you earn money. I've been saying that since predicting the streaming bubble in 2021. Oh no, Baby Bat's calling me. Hello, Baby Bat. What's up? Hello?
Why are you hiding the truth, Zach? Why won't you admit to the world that Twitch removed your VOD? Why won't you expose the secret censorship? How will we know who to go after when you suddenly disappear in the middle of the night?
Fair. Well, Baby Bat's going to be responsible for dealing with that. I've been saying that since predicting the streaming bubble in 2021, but it's only become more and more true since then, and I don't think it bucks the trend anytime soon. Interesting times ahead for the streaming space. And you say I'm the only one who leaks stuff? Well, it is what it is. So overall, that's my general sentiment right now as it relates to Twitch, is that one of the things that has made Twitch really, really unique is the fact that it has felt like a community. Like the whole sentiment and feeling around Bleed Purple is something that has created that kind of commitment to the platform, and that people care about what's going on here. There is a higher level of people who are thinking about its future and want to see things and want to understand things and want to be part of the discussions and all this stuff. And so as Twitch is rapidly moving away from that and going for a more generic approach, it's going to lose a lot of that community feel. It may pan out that we do get more users on the platform, but it's not going to feel the same. It's not going to feel like it was, and it's only going to feel more detached, which is kind of interesting in light of the development of features like guest star and drop-ins, which seemingly have no demand at all, in that it's trying to basically say, as I've said multiple times, fuck the old community. It's all about theoretical new users. That's the approach that it feels increasingly like Dan Clancy's Twitch is taking. He's out there talking to creators, but it all kind of feels like a smoke show designed to just placate them while they make these rapid and significant changes that completely fracture the existing structure of what made these creators fall in love with Twitch in the first place. He's effectively just saying, yo, we're talking, we're having conversations here, we're in the public, I'm here, I'm listening, we want to know more. But there's clearly a plan that is all these creators, they don't matter. They don't matter to the future because they've had 10 years. We have not been profitable. And now we're going to do things the way that everybody else does things. We are going to be TikTok, but called Twitch. We are going to be Instagram Reels, but called Twitch. We're going to be YouTube Shorts, but called Twitch. It's not going to have the same... That's my general feeling on this platform as we head towards the future. And that may be okay. That may be okay. But it is going to be a vastly different platform than what people have come to know and love. And so I am hopeful that people are preparing for that possibility, because it's going to be very different. First they came for Zach's VOD and I didn't say anything. Then they came for Zach himself and I didn't say anything. Finn. Yeah, well, that sounds about right. Of course he leaks stuff. Hi, Darth Roney. I don't know if I said hello. Hi, Angelus. And here I felt like the Roman circus, but the mob is the entertainment. He jokes that I like things. Do the other social apps force switch the viewer to a different streamer while they're watching? I'm sure Underground Rescue Channel that's a bug more than intentional, but maybe. We'll see. I had 3 people complain while they were watching me that they got switched. Yeah, 2 people have mentioned that today. The TikTokification of the mobile app is really going to hurt the culture of the site. Just keep scrolling. Yeah. Hi, Snapping Neuron. But at the same time, fuck the old community thing is also a response to what the old community has asked for over the past years, more discoverability. Yeah. Hi, Ann. Get your red boats ready. I feel like it's okay. I've come to terms with people choose their streamers and people usually... pretty well regardless. I can't say anything negative about Twitch. I love Twitch. It's run perfectly. Fair enough. Anyways, let's see how this goes. So the reason why I think that all kind of connects is that the Australia-New Zealand region... When I first became a Twitch affiliate, they didn't even have the affiliate program. This platform is already kind of at its peak. I don't think there's anything that they can do to make this platform any better. Ads are great, and if you think that you have a better implementation than ads that are currently existing, I think you should be working for Tesla because you're on Mars or something. The ads are perfect. When I get the opportunity to vote, I'll be voting no on making any changes. Everybody vote nay in this chat right now. Vote nay in this chat right now. No changes to the ads. I've been watching a stream in at least 10 times in the last few days. I just changes to another stream, so I don't even follow. Yeah. Again, I have to assume that it is a bug more than a feature, but who knows? Hi, J-Rob. Hi, Noah. Hi, Sage. Hi, Purple Blur. The app is perfect. Yes, true. All right. Let's jump into this. So yes, as I was saying, the ANZ region is a little bit of a special region overall in that it had a lot more hands-on approach by the staff that worked there. And yeah, it will be interesting to see how this conversation goes. I hope, I'm not optimistic, but I hope that Dan, based on tweets, that he did his research going into it, but doesn't sound like he did. Helping in getting Zach, thank you very much, Two-Tone Waffle, for chatting on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Just had double audio earlier until I forced close the app. Was there an announcement made during this thing that you're about to watch, or was it just a soured chat? I'm not sure. This wasn't like an official like Twitch sanctioned or like Twitch promoted discussion. It was purely within the community, the Australia New Zealand community. All right.
I'm glad you got the memo.
There we go.
If someone showed up, I would have just cut it out.
I nearly had my beanie on, so.
Sorry, guys.
Just generally disappointed with the answers?
I'm letting everyone down today. Sorry, guys.
Okay, let me skip ahead here a bit.
Let me pull up.
Fall, we're launching. Yeah, I have not pulled up chat yet, so let me.
He'll take second place. Together is really cool.
Yeah, and what will be really cool in the fall, we're launching shared chat for stream together.
Nice.
There you go.
That will be fun when we get.
Well, there you go. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it? Shared chat coming this fall. All right, let me just write that one down. Shared chat fall. Are they using guest star? I think they are, actually.
About chat events.
I think they are.
All right. My pop-out chat and events is working.
For partners only, yeah.
I think we are.
Sure, this will make stream together successful. Oh, yes, Dr. Drew.
See, I'm not good at these
We're
things.
in New York City, Dan.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Bouldering.
Everybody's
right now.
saying, wow, this is an interesting bouldering.
The Aussiest stream ever, and we're in New York.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yeah, so let me
what?
Get to that there, huh? All right. Creator chatting with what's a group of people from down under? A gaggle, or what's the right word?
I wouldn't say what I was gonna say, but
blokes, found some blokes.
Jack, I know what you're thinking of.
Bloats?
Blokes.
So did the co-streamers get a cool badge in the merge chat? I have no idea how that's going to work. Next feature is guest malware, where your stream gets hacked and taken over completely.
We definitely have to.
Is the audio okay, by the way?
We definitely need to talk about that. Chilling with the Aussies. There we go. Chilling with the Aussies. Chilling.
Oh my God, all that?
With the,
Damn.
oh
no.
But isn't that only Australia? Isn't New Zealand something different?
Damn.
All right.
Going to be sent to the Olympics in 4 years for breaking so much.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
Let me get everybody's tag.
Dan so hip, so relatable, so with the kids. Yeah.
Trash.
I goof. Dan is so low to see that he looks like a small child. I don't know how he does this. I don't know how he thinks. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna frame my camera so that I can barely see over my desk. What's going on? How do they comp the stream together on Twitch's side? Is say streamers 1 feed go to streamer 2 and then they get sent to Twitch? No, it's all interoperable in that you can all pull it together on any one stream, but there is one main host.
Awakening, so.
Yeah.
So I think that 8-Bit Elliot here is the main host, judging by the fact that camera quality is a little bit worse on their end. Everybody else is fine. And that's a pretty common thing with Guest Star that I found. I don't know why, but the host often, because they're taking all the feeds in, their own feed gets nerfed.
And at Carla.
I don't know that for sure in this case, but that is usually how it operates.
Well, I was Carla full, and then I got partnered 2020, and the Carla account was dormant, and I. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Jack, Trish, okay, good. And then
Said you on camera outside of guest star? Yeah. True. Good call.
Let me just check.
Hi, chat. Hi, everyone.
Skip ahead here.
Carla's a little baby.
Skip.
200? Damn.
Yep.
Hello, is 200 too much?
Such a tomorrow.
Get off, okay?
Woo!
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hide the video preview so that everyone knows. So first of all, we're kicking this off. So this is a chat, chilling with the Aussies, and I think we will chat some about Twitch and Down Under, but I think in general we should just have fun and talk about whatever.
By the way, that's again, that's the smoke screen that I'm telling you guys about. Dan's entire tactic is basically disarm you from ever asking anything serious. If you ask things seriously, he gets flustered very quickly. I've seen some of his interaction, or how should I say that? Maybe I shouldn't say it that way. But when pushed back against something that he says, he gets standoffish immediately and immediately doesn't seem as likable as a result. And so he tries to, I've been noticing this a lot more recently. He tries to keep things on the fun side where it's not anything serious, a little bit kind of have some fun with it, joke around. Isn't that a bit normal? Sure. But when you do have very serious questions, he just doesn't want to answer them directly. He would rather be everybody's favorite uncle or
Whatever comes to mind, and
or friend.
But part of this is to answer questions, and part of this is to have fun. And 8-Bit Elliot reached out to. Let's see, did we briefly see each other, Elliot?
No.
No, I saw you on Twitter. I saw a tweet.
Yeah, it was a Twitter thing, and a Pinnaby.
This is weird stuff like at DreamCon. Well,
from ANZ, she approached you during TwitchCon Europe and let you know about my tweet essentially.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. I was associating it with some face-to-face interaction. Where Elliot was bitching about us, but no.
Pretty much.
Jesus. All right. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Anyways, and of course, I'm a
wow. Uh-oh. Okay. So that, even though that's a joking way, that kind of sets the tone here. Hi, Rukaroy. People don't come away from a stream encouraged. They push for things the answers were just unhelpful. I guess we'll find that out, Moblord.
Button for punishment, I'm like, oh sure, let's live stream then.
Closed captions. I can add that. Yes, captions, live captions. There you go. That should pop up. Perfect. Oh, that's gonna be in Spanish though. Hold on. Caption language English. There we go.
But so then we came up with this idea to get a group, and so basically we're here to chat and answer questions. So we each have our own chats. I will say in the future with Stream Together, we're going to...
Oh, so they are using guest star.
We'll have combined chat, which would be really nice for this right now. But so I think each of us will keep an eye on our chats, and we'll feel free to, bring up some questions or comments or other things that might pop up in chat.
Okay.
Should we do a round table and just do some quick intros for everyone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Elliot, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm 8-Bit Elliot. I'm an Aussie streamer and primarily do chilled variety content, whatever that means. But yeah, like just a little guy on the internet these days. So yeah, that's pretty much who I am.
A little guy.
Little guy, just a little guy.
We'll leave the intros in because I'm using their content here. So
all right, Trash.
Hello, I'm even more little guy. My name's Trash. I'm from Sydney, Australia. Pronouns she, he, they. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what else to say.
You're a Twitch ambassador and fantastic.
Twitch ambassador. I cause chaos on the internet with farming sims. Yeah.
Oh my god. It's true.
Yep.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
And you run half marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we walked it. To be fair.
Hey, that
But
still
we did
counts.
an amazing.
Hey, it counts.
Yeah.
Counts.
When we'll get
Also,
started,
shout out to all the
pronouns.
streamers who raised over 10,000.
That's on your own. You add your own text.
Thank you again, everyone.
Introduce yourself. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
To Aces.
Yeah, by the way, that is a good, you're right, Snapping Neurons. If you are a creator, you should have your elevator pitch down pat. You should know if somebody says, so what do you do? Have 15 to 30 seconds that you can talk about yourself and what you do on stream, the content you create, who you are, your community. Like, you should have that kind of down pat so that, again, this isn't obviously on stream, it's an unusual experience, but off stream, probably going to be more common.
All right, Carla.
Wow.
No, I can add that myself, but the whole point, I know.
It's me. I'm like,
I know, I'm making a joke.
I get it now. Hi, I am also a Twitch ambassador, and I've been streaming since 2018.
Okay.
And I am a variety streamer and just focus on making everyone feel seen and interacting with my community. And yeah, I'm
Hi,
obsessed
Queen.
with streaming.
15-second
It's my
pitch is
whole
good,
life.
even just to know what the heck you're supposed to be.
All
Yeah.
right,
So,
and
like,
then-
again, an example of that is when you get it's actually really common. When you get rated by people, you should have a general pitch on what you are and what you do. So, yeah, it's actually super, super common now that I think about it.
Lewis.
Sure. Boldman number 2 here. So my name's Lewis Mitchell. So I'm the content director for APAC. So Dan very lovingly said, hey, come on.
We're doing a pitch a 3-minute raid video that I made 2 years ago. Hopefully you also include a random clip of my channel when you do that.
And so basically I look after the partnerships teams for all of the APAC regions that we look after.
All right. There we have it.
Jack.
All right.
I think we've also got Jack as well.
Baldman 3.
Oh, I didn't say Jack. Jack is so forgettable.
Not the
I
broad.
sometimes
Yeah,
just
right.
forget
The
Jack.
broad,
He needs
Jack.
to be a little more distinctive.
I'll just sit back
Okay.
here. I'll just moderate. I'll take notes. Don't worry about it.
Right.
No stress.
Okay.
Jack.
Yeah, my name is Jack Hutto. Again, another Aussie content creator. I've been on the platform since 2011. Partnered in
I think he's making a joke.
2017.
Dan's making a
It
joke.
would normally be 7 years I've been a partner this year. Except
Okay.
I did take a 2-year break to stream on Facebook Gaming. So yesterday was my 1 year back as a partner again. So congratulations to me.
All right.
Congrats.
And Jack and I share something in common. I am hoping to get
follower.
over there to join
Hi, Spill.
him in his
Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome.
Iron Man in May. I am doing one in November, which will be the first
A new follower.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Thanks so much for the follow as well. Welcome in.
one. I did 2 before COVID, and I'm doing a half in September. So just finished a bike ride today. And Jack's much faster than me, though. But he's actually
I've got a
good.
faster bike. That's all.
Oh, well, that's all it is.
It's like a piece of gum on my
faster
buttocks. Well,
legs, you know,
Shoku,
that
I mean,
move the
hey,
bike more
you got to do what you got to
effectively
do.
than my legs. But and I will be back over there for sure in October, because I'm gonna be down there for PAX, and then I'm going to South by Southwest.
Oh my god.
So
Yay.
Sydney.
and then if I can swing it, my one apprehension is in May is that, like, there's snow on the ground sometimes here, and it's cold for riding my bike. But I may just have to be training on the trainer to stay in shape. So
Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna
All
have
right.
to do it at your age.
it gives you something to focus on. If I don't have a goal, it's funny. It's so true. I exercise regularly, but once I said, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," now I'm like, nope. I gotta, I run in the morning and try to bike or swim in the evening. And interestingly, it's it's basically gamified for me, because I have this app that turns my exercise into a number based upon how hard I exercise and the duration. So it's not just the duration, but it computes by my heart rate and everything.
We do now
And so now I just have like
obsessive.
a number I have to hit each day and a number I have to hit each week, which makes it so much easier to train, because I'm just thinking of doing better this
When
week
did we
than I
tune
did
into
last
the
week.
Elon Musk Trump discussion?
I'm leveling
Man
up.
is yapping. We've barely started.
All right. Well, let's start with some questions because the whole point of this is to have a conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You know, why don't y'all throw something out there?
Oh, I'm happy to kind of bring up and kind of lead it and kind of go back to, remember when we had that
Zach feels like we do when he goes on his weird side notes about how he collects some weird shit to ship them later.
conversation, that meeting earlier in the year.
That's fair. Hi, Rio.
In the ambassadors about Twitch ANZ, and how you were like, oh, tell me what's been going on in Twitch ANZ, and then I was like, oh, like, you know, ever since the layoffs, it's been very, very hard on the community and on Twitch ANZ overall. And I think we kind of just want to dive into that conversation about, you know, communication, about Twitch ANZ and like the marketing team, and just kind of see where Twitch ANZ lies, or like what's the future for Twitch ANZ overall. Like,
okay, I'm going to interject here with my own thoughts. The Australia-New Zealand community, as I mentioned before, was very well supported by staff. It was a smaller region overall. It's too far to travel to things like TwitchCon for the vast majority of creators. But the one thing that they did as a reaction to that is they really built a solid footing with the entire local community. They had things like Grassroots, which was designed to help small creators get the spotlight locally. And so it would be for affiliates that would get some light on them from partners, from the community itself, that would actually help. And I think I think 8-Bit Elliot was a former member or is a historically attached to having been a Grassroots member. They also do things like Bits Fest and Sub Fest, which were monetization pushes that were effectively what they did globally last year, near the end of the year, with the what were those called? Hype challenges. That they did in Europe. They did them in Germany, UK, the United States. They ended up doing one. France, I believe, had one. Spain had one. Mexico had one. Brazil had kind of a version of it, but it was just tied in with like Amazon gift cards or something. So they had all of these kind of programs that were really designed to create this full-on community that felt like it was something special. Everybody felt like they had a part. And now, that also extends into things like the partner Discord, which the current partner Discords are modeled on or take inspiration from the unity that existed in the ANZ region, which was that they had this Discord, because Twitch operated a single partner Discord that for English streamers that everybody was kind of in, but nobody was really actively doing anything with it. But the ANZ region was constantly active. It was, people were engaged with it. Staff was communicative. If there was questions about things, they could get an answer from a staff member very, very quickly. It was essentially the quintessential Twitch that people wish Twitch was. They got that level of support in their region. And that's credit to a bunch of different staffers who have been let go, particularly Miss Potter, Amy Potter, who I believe was head of marketing, and then Vondel, who was in charge of, maybe it was marketing, but it was also like partner stuff and organization. But effectively, they had really, really good staff support. The layoffs gutted it, completely gutted it, to a point where I think Lewis is the last standing staff. And maybe there's one or two other people there now. But from that original group, they're gone. And so you took this region, which is somewhat cut off from the rest. It's the only English-speaking area in that area. When Twitch does events like Rivals or TwitchCon or whatever, those things all exist in the other side of the world where people do speak English. United States, Canada, England, they have those kind of ties there. And so Twitch has never been very good at opening up their focus to a wider group of people. They still are not very good at that, and they're trying to get over those humps, but it's going to take forever, and I don't know how they're going to scale it. I don't know how the partner Discords are going to be more inclusive for audiences outside. I don't know how an American-centric company is going to be able to effectively, on a limited budget, expand out to be more diverse in terms of bringing in Spanish and French into the exact same spaces as English creators. I just don't know how they do it. Not with the level of or lack of support that they have, staff that you have fewer staff having to do more jobs. I just don't know how it works. So all in all, that's what makes this region very, very special in terms of they've lost way more than everybody else has. Way more. So the impact that we've all felt in terms of staff being gone, partnerships teams being reduced, feeling like things are limited, feeling like the company doesn't care as much or isn't communicating or whatever, they've got that, but on steroids. And that's a big drop off. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Deephards. Hi, Fumi. They always had really cool activations for streamers. Very cool ones. Always one of the, like, I almost, there's somebody who I know who is a Canadian named Mopgarden who moved to Australia, and they had, like, just constantly seeing them in my feed because I knew them before I was me, really. Seeing, like, all the things that they were doing and the activations they were part of. I'm like, damn, they actually have, like, a really cool setup there. Like, that is what every single Twitch partner wishes existed. Sounds like Twitch should shrink down to the size of Australia and New Zealand. So what is that, 30 million people? And then everybody get a la carte support again. Well, I mean, we only have 70,000, 60,000, 50 some odd thousand active partners. And there's only 7 million active streamers per month. So, hi, No Shades. I did see Miss Potter tweet about the chat session. She wasn't thrilled. All right, sorry. Anyways, we're 12 minutes in. We've got a long way to go, but I kind of want to set that so that you guys fully understand the stakes that exist here. The what has been lost has felt personal because their region was so well designed. Like, I almost wish that Twitch had looked at that region and said, okay, how can we take that idea but then scale it to other regions that don't require additional labor, rather than what they did, which is basically, let's just throw that out with the bathwater and pretend it never happened.
Yeah, because it's been like 8 months since we had like that conversation. So
yeah, I know. And so one of the things for the ANZ streamers that is, I know, tricky to appreciate, and one reason it's good Lewis is here. He has all of the kind of
streamers affiliates have to shrink accordingly. Fair.
That, for quite some time, we actually invested in terms of the number of people working on ANZ. It was sort of quite disproportionate in terms of the number of creators, the number of partners, the number of streamers, everything. And so the end result was there's a lot of stuff that it was able to happen in ANZ that didn't happen in other regions.
Okay.
There are a lot of, partners that were able to have partner managers. One of the things we were lucky on was they created the Discord server, which we've now kind of copied.
Okay.
That, initiative elsewhere.
All right. So he's repeating all the things that I have. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
They, were really good about we had a marketing team that would do specialized things in ANZ that was just for ANZ. And the reality was the way we were approaching this wasn't particularly scalable, because as opposed to coming up with like a global strategy and what we would do, different groups would do very different things in different regions, and not necessarily because the regions were different, just because the people there would want to do something different.
Okay.
And so, a big thing that, we've been needing to do is kind of look, where are we spending our money, and make sure that we are being as efficient as possible, because as every dollar we have, we get from whatever is the cut we take from streamers' rev shares. right?
Okay.
And one of the things we wanted to do was things like Partner Plus. And
Damn, Sirstis. Thank you very much, Sirstis, for the 95 stream streak. God damn. The Dan salary should shrink accordingly. I agree, Canada.
and extending that.
Thank you so much,
to
Sirstis.
the Plus program. So it's still, don't take the fact that comparatively you feel like there's less resources as us not caring about ANZ. Okay. We do care deeply about Australia and New Zealand. I think it's a critical market. But it is a shift, and that change, as I know, kind of hard. But I think that's a general statement. And now we can get into specifics. And in particular, I welcome specific suggestions of how we can do better. I know one area in particular that, Lewis, you might want to talk to is in terms of some of the marketing resources, because that's something that I don't think we've rolled back out, but we're getting ready to roll out.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. So there's definitely time that's taken to kind of re-stitch a fair few ideas and fair few processes that we had in place that the local marketing team had. I know Trash has seen this because you've messaged me a couple of times going, "Who's the mystery person?" So like the Twitter and the Instagram the X, I should say, and the Instagram have started to see some activity turn up.
Top left corner, open stories had 2 shorts like thingies without sound from you. Was that fully functional? You didn't have sound from me, Bruce? Uh-oh.
Again.
That wasn't me, Slash. That was in the video. God damn it.
And the Instagram.
That is in the video. That's not me doing anything.
The X, I should say, and the Instagram have started to see some activity turn up again. And I think
Hi,
going back
Pando.
to Dan's point, it's like the challenge with doing everything localized and doing everything in regional teams is anything that needs to be rolled out at a really good global scale, you need to kind of unstitch everything that doesn't work from a local position. And so every time a new program rolls out, you have to unstitch it again, see if it works here, see what breaks here, and then go again. And the problem with that is it's lovely doing some of that. It's amazing doing those programs locally, but having to do that over and over again actually is long-term detrimental to our service to you guys of making
Really?
sure.
Okay, so that's interesting. Why wouldn't God damn it, Aureus. God damn it. That took so long to post in chat. I'm like, wait. I'm not sure that I understand why an event, if run successfully, would be a detriment to their service. I'm not sure I fully understand that. My feeling would be that if you run an event that is successful, that drives KPI, key performance indicators, that you would then go, hey, that event was successful, we can run it again, and we know exactly how to operate at this time, and so the overall cost would be significantly less. But again, this is where I go back to, I don't think that Twitch is specifically caring about individual areas. So I don't think that Twitch specifically cares about France. I don't think that Twitch specifically cares about Spain or Australia or China or Canada or Mexico. I don't think they specifically care. I think that the entire goal right now is how do we generalize our operation? No, I think they do care about the U.S., unfortunately. I think that they do actually care about the United States. I think that is the one market where they do actually care. And that's largely driven by advertiser demand. There's going to be more advertiser dollars in this region than there is in any other. And there's also more disposable income and so forth. So this is how I'm looking at Twitch. And that's a tough pill to swallow if you are a creator. And again, as I said, for these creators in particular, for the ANZ region as a whole, that is going to hit you in the face like a ton of bricks because that's not what you're used to. But I think the argument would be to look at YouTube, look at TikTok, look at all these different places that don't inherently, maybe they do have some programs, but they don't inherently design things specifically for general for regions, other than like, hey, we're gonna have a booth at PAX, we're gonna have a booth at a Gamescom, etc. But there's not like specifically targeted campaigns for the overall communities there, unless they can kind of replicate it in other regions. Problem is, you're running these programs, and all they can point to is vibes. It's very hard to do something that actually grows a region. Yeah. So, yeah, there is a realm of ideas that actually can help grow a region, but it's probably not going to be things like Bits Fest and that may help some short-term monetization goals, but it probably doesn't have long-term viability overall in terms of growing the overall platform itself. Though, I guess the argument on the other side could be is if you don't have enough creators who are making an income that is able to sustain what they're doing, then you're going to have less creators. And so then you're going to have less creators and less creators and less creators, which creates less demand for advertisers, which creates less demand for viewers. And so it kind of spirals down upon itself. That would be the counter argument here. I think YouTube launched their games in New Zealand first, I think, but only to test them, not to better support YouTubers. Right. So that's what I mean. Like in TikTok is launched like the creator fund. Was it the creator fund, or was it the second version of it with the long form content? I think they launched that in France as one of the first markets. So they might care about France because advertisers Euros too. Else why are they playing French ads in every EU viewer? Well, maybe they just have more of those to throw out there. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be the difficult part in all of this is trying to figure out where those things are. And like, here's the other thing too. If you have a region that has been supported at this level, if this is the general level, okay, this is the general level that Twitch normally supports creators on and regions, and this was the ANZ region, to immediately go from that to this is going to feel like massive loss, and they're going to lose all kinds of positive sentiment about the platform. People will be understandably frustrated, upset, angry, and wanting to leave. The way in which you actually probably should approach this is a wind down, in that you have a few events that help kind of bridge the overall transition, kind of like the DJ program, which offers the 1 year subsidy. Those just tend to make those kind of loss a little bit easier to handle because it gives you time to think ahead, gives you time to experience the wind down rather than an immediate drop. So I would say that that's a failure on Twitch's part to have not done a slow wind down rather than the rapid drop.
You know, we want to make sure that when we're promising something, it's being rolled out properly. There's full resources. It's going to be a long-term thing, and having those local.
Yeah, okay, so they're not going to be releasing anything specific because they don't have full resources. They don't have long-term things. Twitch is operating day to day at this point. They are broke. They are broke. So this is marketing. He's doing some marketing speak here.
Things meant that things kept coming and going. We couldn't always commit to everything because it took time and resources. And so that's kind of where we are at now. The other side of things, just to clear up as well, is ANZ now as a partnerships org is in the EA pack. Like you may have seen EA pack kind of floated around before. Just to clear up what that means is that E in EA pack stands for English speaking. So that essentially means that anybody that broadcasts in English that is residing in APAC. So like if you've got people that live in Japan but stream in English, live in Singapore, live in Indonesia, live in Malaysia, that stream in English kind of fall under our remit too. So
Okay.
when we're thinking about programs as well, we want to make sure that we're thinking, how do we service them as well, not just the Australian, New Zealand side of things. That's kind of why you may have heard of us talking about EAPAC more, rather than it just being an ANZ thing from our side as well.
Will Amazon sell Twitch or turn it into a pay-to-stream model? I don't know. I don't know. I think that all options could theoretically be on the table in the future, but I wouldn't inherently worry about that today. But it would be a tough sell, is what I'll say. Not to say that it couldn't be done, but also from the creator community, you also may not inherently want to go. You may inherently be better with the devil you know. Is the other side of that argument. So I don't know. But I would continue to operate as though Twitch is changing, and as such, creators need to diversify how they create and where they create, because I don't know, because there is, again, I think it's a small chance at this point. I think I said this at the beginning of the year. It's like a 1% chance that they sell or shut down or change dramatically. I'm going to say a couple months, or halfway through the year, 2/3 of the way through the year. Maybe I'm more like a 2% chance. It's slightly increased, but it's still very, very, very low. So I'm not assuming that at this point. Hi, call leader. As an English language streamer living in Germany, doc activations usually looking for German-speaking content creators. Yeah. Hope a new company, TikTok, will buy Twitch after they ban TikTok in the USA. Oh no. You were found.
Yeah, but part of that
I've never seen a Singapore streamer stream in any language other than English. I just noticed that. There's no Chinese-speaking fully streamer in Singapore. Interesting goof.
Making sure, because, the way we did it before, we'd have the Japanese team interfacing.
I get, Queen, you could look at, that's the beauty of perception, right? You can absolutely position it that way.
Dog, right? And Sea-Dog streams in English. His community's English. His community isn't Japanese. Same way like with Rob and with other. And so in general, supporting those English-speaking streamers that go to an English audience made more sense to do that like as a group. Now let's get to other variant questions or other aspects of this that we've been blathering on for a little while.
Jesus Christ, Dan. Holy shit. It's been 5 minutes.
I have a question just about in terms of communication.
He's tired. Okay, I'm going to say it. Dan is tired. What time was this? This was 13 hours ago. What does that make it for? No, it ended 13 hours ago, and there's a 3-hour stream. That makes it 16 hours ago. 16 hours ago was 3:15, 11 p.m. my time. So what's that? 9 p.m. his time? 8, 9, maybe 10 p.m. I don't know exactly when. I think he's just tired. I think he's tired. Because that's wild. He's already done with this conversation after 5 minutes.
And, socials, like we've seen the socials kind of picking back up now, but like we can't ignore that there was just a sudden drop off from like the start of the year.
There you go. Yep.
So when you talk about like the sort of that that level of community,
what's going on with the quality here? There we go. 1080p
is afforded by that. That's not
much
necessarily
better.
a localized program, but it's similar to what maybe Twitch UKI does with Europe. We see a lot of community interaction from there all over the year. They did stuff for Twitch Women's International Women's Month. I think we missed out on that one.
If you can party like you're 25, you can give 2 interviews in a day, one at 9 p.m. Yeah.
Pride.
Yeah, Pride. Yeah. There hasn't been a lot of local sort of representation on that same scale that say Twitch UKI have been doing. So I think a lot of what people are sort of really missing is just like the just stark comparison from last year. And even if it's not like dollars and cents wise, like, manageable. There was just that sudden transition to, having a very engaged community to suddenly,
oh shit,
we've not had any information for 8 months. So
yeah, I know, and I apologize for that. That was this transition because we needed to be bringing up another team that was scaling globally, and that was thinking, about a number of markets as opposed to having 5 separate teams each. And we actually had to develop the contract. A lot of times on some of these things, we use external agencies and contractors and other things as a way to make it work. And
oh wow!
I'd say it's probably fair to say that as we were since we were going through the layoff, prior to the layoff, we had to be downsizing, but it's not like we had the cycles and resource to then build the thing that was going to fit in prior to that, because we couldn't be public about the layoff, because then people on the team would know there was a layoff. So it was almost like a fundamental problem that until you've completed that transition, you can't start working on the contracts and everything to replace it. And I think it's probably fair to say, even after that, we were slow in getting it done. As an organization, when you go through something like a layoff, sometimes you just everybody's not as coordinated as they start figuring out how to operate. So
that's a way to describe the sentiment among staff who've just lost 35% of their colleagues. That's a way to describe it. People aren't working as hard. They're just not really as connected as they once were. Damn.
Oh, it's probably fair to say, as opposed to it being an 8-month gap, if we would have focused more, we probably could have made it a 4-month gap.
It is true.
Or a 3-month gap or something like that. And so I definitely apologize for that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that's been the largest
Apologizing
thing that
for the
community
layoffs and the
has
reaction
noticed
to it.
is just the sort of lack of communication.
Morale-wise, yeah.
Even
like
just something
here's the part. No, never mind. Not the part.
as simple as just like,
It may be
hey,
a
we're
part. We'll see.
restructuring the social team or whatever. Like that, just sort of base level communication, I think goes a long way at keeping community trust. And I think that's what we're at risk of losing. Where because it's been a decent amount of time, the community trust is sort of dwindling, and people are like, oh well, is Twitch staying in this region? And I think that's the big thing on people's mind is like, is Twitch committed to staying in Australia, New Zealand?
Yeah, of course they are. He's like, look, here's the thing. I don't believe that Twitch is going to be pulling out from the Australia or New Zealand anytime soon. We've talked a little bit about if they were going to pull out from additional markets, where those markets would be. But the reality is, he's also not going to say, yeah, we may actually shut you guys down at some point. Like, he's not going to do that. He the same way that you can't approach layoffs by telling people that there's layoffs coming because you to pre-plan for that. They're not going to be like, yeah, we're going to shut that down. This is, again, I don't believe that they would shut down the Australia, New Zealand region. I don't think that they're going to cut that off and be like, yeah, it costs too much to operate. It's not profitable enough. I don't think that's going to happen. But as a creator, you shouldn't also assume that the things that exist today will be here tomorrow. And whether that is programs, whether that is whatever, that's how all creators on Twitch need to operate right now. Don't assume what's here today is here tomorrow, because the platform is changing. Things are changing. So for most creators, the responsibility to take control of your career and your success is now relying solely on you. And if you get some kind of bonus from Twitch, I was put on the front page recently, great. That's a bonus. But it's not, you shouldn't plan for that to be part of your overall strategy in terms of how you're going to grow your career. That is entirely on you. Assume Twitch is not, this is what I'm recommending to creators. Assume Twitch won't communicate. Assume Twitch isn't going to tell you. Assume the things that you love are shut down tomorrow. Because if you assume those things and they don't happen, hey, that's great. That's fantastic. Or if you get something bonus, if there's an event that you're included in, if there's a Rivals event, if there's a TwitchCon opportunity, great, bonus. But Twitch is broke. They're as Pando said, less flexible. They have significantly less flexibility. The operating of it can change on a dime. But I don't think that they're going to go away in terms of, to answer that question specifically, no, it probably won't go away. But he's also not going to tell you if it was. Does it feel that serious? It does, Slashy, yeah. I've had enough conversations with enough people from Australia and New Zealand, and it really does feel like Twitch is pulled out completely. Like there's, like, again, the level of support that they had compared to now is night and day. You would assume that the platform was shutting down there compared to how much they had connection with Twitch before. It is a very, very different operation than what it was before the layoffs. English-speaking markets, especially if there's not a special class in Korea, are probably mostly safe ones because they imply less need for the workers to speak the language. Yeah. How big is the ANZ area of viewership streamers? A very good question. I don't know for sure. I think I heard at one point maybe there's 2,000 partners in that region. Twitch, ANZ partners total. Thank you for answering all our questions related to Twitch ANZ APAC today. I think that the thing folks are scared to ask is exactly how much market share does our region account for? Is it less than 5%? So yeah, there's a legitimate concern about whether or not the overall market itself is not viable. But I don't know. I don't know the exact number. I wish I did. My company announced 15K layoffs by end of year, and I don't know which is better. Learning moments before or moments ahead? Yeah, I don't know. Kohlrabi. Workload increase, coworkers you enjoy hanging out with, or work are gone. Survivor guilt, feeling less secure in your own job, for sure. If people assume Twitch will shut down tomorrow, then they'll quit streaming and get a different job. Well, again, I don't think that you should assume that Twitch is going to shut down, but I don't think that you should rely on the features that exist today or like the benefits that exist today to exist tomorrow. That's how I would personally operate. Reels have hit my webpage following. Is there a way to disable that? Not yet, but FFZ may disable that. 2,000 partners, 40 people responsible for them. I don't know if it was that many people. I do think it was maybe 10 or 12. But yeah.
And just
maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe it was 20.
Yeah, so the answer is emphatically yes. My recent trip out there, I'm coming again in October, may come again in May.
Jesus Christ. What, this man just won't stop traveling.
Schedule is one where I travel a lot, and traveling to Australia takes a fair amount of time. So if nothing else, you can see that as a symbol about the importance and the value of the region. Okay, and
because I travel there, that's how valuable you are. A $2,000 flight ticket and at least $1,000 in hotel rooms. Fucking hell. I don't know that that's the symbol he thinks it is. Hi, Minor Meerkat. This travel budget has had to get paid for in blood. Yeah. Head of Sony visited PlayStation London Studios.
I think one of the things that we were doing before...
He endures catering.
The interesting thing is we really need to build programs and processes that think globally about our service.
There you go. Yep.
All of you stream in English. Many of you have significant audiences in UK or the US. I know from being over there, there are a number of streamers that time their streaming specifically because of the audience in different overseas markets, and they struggle with that and have to figure out.
Hi, Silky.
And Twitch is really a language platform.
Hi, Music Free Gaming.
More so than a regional platform. There's English Twitch, there's Spanish Twitch, there's French Twitch. But we wouldn't think of it that way, right? We would think of it by region, not by language, in terms of our programs and processes and everything else. And what would happen, interestingly, is because you had a dedicated team, we would have a global team whose job was to think globally. But to be honest, they wouldn't always think globally, because there were other folks that were local. They say, oh, well, they're doing that. So to be honest, sometimes we got these folks that were often thinking North America, right? As opposed to thinking about global programs and global rollouts. And I think that...
well, yeah, because you had local teams that handled things like Japan and Australia, New Zealand. Why would a global team think of regions that are already covered? Which ANZ is definitely not big, given that they only get 2 ingests both in Cindy. That's interesting to know.
Was not just inefficient, but it created that wrong mindset, right? And
see, I don't know that I fully agree with that. Again, in the sense of, I don't think that the things that work in North America are going to work in Australia. I think those are different regions. Even though they both speak English, I wouldn't equate the issues and challenges and culture of Mexico with Spain. I wouldn't say that people who speak French in France have the same culture and experiences and community as people who speak French in Canada. I think those are different things. And so if you are thinking of globalizing events, I don't know that you inherently can't do that without local flavor, without thinking about the local community, without thinking of the local culture. I just don't think that's how that works. And I don't think that you'll ever be successful in launching anything that is like a campaign or a marketing thing or like other than things like September, which are basically Twitch's, and this may be actually explaining what Twitch is going to be thinking of, as I said, generalized events. But yeah, I don't know that a marketing team is going to do any better of a job thinking globally than they are going to be thinking than one that is thinking locally. There's a country outside of North America. How the things that work in the U.S. don't work in Canada or Mexico. Yeah. French speakers in Canada itself have different cultures. Yep. The reality is that Twitch is too small a company that have lots of localized teams, though. Right. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm agreeing with here, in that Dan is trying to have his cake and eat it too, and explaining it that, hey, we're going to be still doing this kind of stuff, but we just need to think about it in a bigger sense. But what he's actually saying is, we're not doing local shit anymore. We don't have the resources. We don't have the people. We still need to get rid of a bunch of different people at this company, unfortunately. So our goal is global events. Global events. Which means things like September, which mean things like the bonus round, which are fine and great. I'm not gonna complain about those kind of things. But that's maybe the honest question to this. It's not exactly the one that he's trying to give because he wants to be everybody's friend. He doesn't like to disappoint people. But by not being honest in what the actual truth of this is and trying to tiptoe and dance himself around it, he's probably making himself worse. Because creators aren't dumb. Creators aren't dumb. People talk. We talk for a living. We sit here talking to a community for an entire living. People know how to talk. They know how to listen. It's just a weird thing. It's a weird thing to not understand who you're communicating with here and what their actual grievance is and what the actual answer is.
I do think one of the transitions I keep pushing is...
You disagree, Slashy? Okay, tell me. ANZ is often used as a testing bed for things like in other companies, similarly Canada, and then you transplant that to the rest of the English-speaking world, so I don't know if I agree. Okay, all right. Fair enough. Creators are pretty dumb. People eat all this shit up. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right.
$5.
Maybe you're right. Shark!
I mean, some creators are dumb.
Shark. Thank you very much for the 29-month resub. Thank you. I don't know. You said it, so she disagrees in principle. That's fair. I just... I think it's kind of there's obviously for a lot of people eat shit up. And I think that is true of a lot of things that Dan says to creators, and a lot of the conversations that he has. They are shallow, sounding like they are saying something when he's really not saying anything at all, making it feel like you're heard, but then that feedback ends up going nowhere. It's marketing. Dan is very, very good at marketing and making you feel heard, but in terms of actual action, it doesn't seem to really go anywhere after that. That's why they have user voice. Because maybe they can collate everybody's argument into a single place that maybe then they can operate off of. Because Dan's got too many ideas of like, what if we had like a thing where you knock on somebody's door? Or what if you had like you're traveling around the world and you're all in a city playing tag with each other and using guest star? And then what if what if we did a thing where it was just like, hey, you're all watching something together and you use guest star for that. And then like you could leave and go to another stream and drop in on them and use guest star for that. And like, what if we had a thing where it was just like, we could do like a promotional event where creators have like a game show, and it uses guest star to be able to, like, once you get knocked off, you go into the second guest star, and then if you get knocked off of that one, you go to the next guest star, and then at the end, there's only one person left in a guest star, and they win. And the prize is whatever you guys come up with, because we're not paying for that. So Dan's got a lot of things going on in his mind. We're just the power users who will watch.
Hello, streamers. This is Tom Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. I interrupt the content you were watching today to bring you some exciting news. Today, I'm introducing a brand new feature coming to Twitch called Tom Clancy's Guest Star. You and a squad of 5 other streamers will jump into an intense, action-oriented vocal arena where only one will escape without being banned from Twitch. Now, I need you to do 2 things. First, squad up and jump in to Tom Clancy's Guest Star. Second, go subscribe on tos.gg for just $5 a month. Thanks, and good luck, streamers.
God damn it. Hi, CA in LA. How are you?
Here I am, a pillar of the community.
Break in that one.
And I love frosted Bussies.
Brave adults know that frosted Bussies are the best breakfast cereal.
I try not to, but I can't stop thinking about frosted Bussies.
Those sweet, crispy Bussies with a splash of cold milk. What could an adult like better?
I'm not ashamed to admit I have frosted Bussies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's no conspiracy.
Get your frosted Bussies. They're okay.
Oh, we dismissed latency concern about using drop-ins thing for DJs? Yeah. Well, I think he said that you can't actually use it for DJs because of the fact that there is that latency issue. So I don't know if he fully dismissed it. But yeah, we're watching this because the sentiment was bad, right? So apparently, I was going to watch it anyways. Elliot was in our stream yesterday, and I asked him, I said, hey, can we watch this on stream, how that goes? I watch everything that Dan Clancy puts out there. I'm a super fan of Dan Clancy, but I'm also the Kendrick Lamar of Dan Clancy in that I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you dress, hate the way that you sneak diss creators. That's also me. That would work. Hi, fam. I'm glad you're talking about this. Heck yeah. He pretty much said we should just be using it instead of raid trains. I was like, what? Yeah, that doesn't make much. Well, I think you can use it as part of raid trains. I get banned in Tom Clancy's Guest Star Battle Royale, but then I get unbanned by Tom Delancey. That is correct. That is how that works. That's how that works.
Making sure everyone, when they think of things, are they thinking globally, right? Are they thinking of how do they engage? A perfect example of how we don't think globally, which I know, Trash, you've asked me about, is, the ambassador program.
Okay,
right?
yeah. Valid.
And how it was like.
Valid. Ambassador program.
Wop, 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 wop.
Nice. Thanks for 100 bits. I'm just saying monolithing people is a great way to stifle one's raising concern, for sure. Yeah, the delay a little bit there. I know the name is...
Moblord asked me, why is Twitch biased against Kazakh? Don't they understand that local activities with Kazakhstani streamers will help? Wah-wah-wee-wah. Is a very nice question. Twitch, they not always understand greatness of Kazakhstan.
True.
Yes, they focus on big countries like America and UK. But Kazakhstan have many great streamers. Very nice. If Twitch give more support, can grow. Community, make more happy times. Maybe need more voices to say, hey, Twitch, look at Kazakhstan, then they will see. And maybe listen. Yes, high five. Aye.
Agreed.
We don't think globally, which I know, Trash, you've asked me about, is, the ambassador
Thank you,
program,
Bob Lord.
right?
Yeah.
The ambassador program is largely an American program that has only recently, within the last 2 years, 3 years, since the pandemic really, started to expand beyond that. But the opportunities to like fly into Twitch HQ and stuff like that are still centered in America.
How it was like, well, it's kind of North America, and then we had a few, and then and I know I've been pushing the team, like, no, we need to have a strategy where the ambassador program is a global program and not just an English program either.
Yeah.
Sometimes, the good news for this group is sometimes that bias is it becomes an English program. And of course, Spanish Twitch, French Twitch, Japanese Twitch. It's not just about region. But we need to be thinking about multiple languages. The guilds are a good example of that too, right? And that's something that I've been pushing the team to say. In fact, they're developing the plan now about how. And often we would build programs that fundamentally didn't scale globally. Like they didn't envision it. How are we going to run this globally? They would think about, how do I run it here? And they'd never ask the questions. And I think that's really a failure on our part.
All right. Jesus. Wow. No wonder the Twitch, somebody had said that one of the staffers that was laid off saw this and was not too thrilled. I'm not surprised why. Hey, you didn't think of anything beyond ANZ. That's a failure. Jesus. Damn. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of miscommunication from all these programs that start out in NA and then to ANZ. And there's a lot of questions that are asked, even to me personally, where it's even I don't know the answer and I wish I did. And then, I think it comes down to a lot of miscommunication and what's publicly known, and then kind of. Yeah.
Exactly, Shark. They were designed. As I said, if you have a global team, but then you have local teams, the global team isn't going to be like, hey, local team, we're going to come up with ideas for you inherently. Because, and even if they did, the local team is still going to be focused locally. They don't have a mandate to think beyond the local. Like, if I work at a convenience store, that doesn't mean that I work at the convenience store down the road or down 3 miles away. Like, I'm going to be working at the one that I was hired to work at because that's where my job is. It's a weird, again, it's damn, Jesus. No wonder staff morale is low.
Twisting it away. I don't know how to explain it, Carla.
I get exactly what you mean. And an example of this was, I think a few months ago after we were made ambassador, which was such a big deal for our region because I was applying to the form and I didn't realize it was NA only. So people would have seen that and be like, oh, it's the 10th time. Carl's, we can't accept you. So when I got the meeting for it, it was kind of like, oh my God, maybe this is the start of ANZ being noticed. And then I think a few months after, they posted an ambassador form and everyone was so excited. And then we found out, I think I found out privately that it wasn't for us. It was NA EU only, I think, but it wasn't stated in the post. So it's forms like that where I do understand there is a business side of it. I get that, but more communication, more opportunities for us, because even in the ambassador Discord,
is Dan picking his teeth? What is going on here? What did he just put in his mouth? What is that?
So it's forms like that where I do understand there is a business side of it. I get that, but more.
What is that?
Communication, more opportunities for us, because even in the ambassador
He's
Discord, there are so many
fingering his teeth with it.
Into. It's NA only. So we're kind of stuck here like...
Oh, he is! He's picking his teeth! Ugh!
We want to help.
Why is he doing
but we're
this?
lost into this little down under sphere, and we feel kind of lost, and we want to be a voice for, you know, our region and even Subfest. Just to dive off to another thing, I've seen it heaps in chat. That started in 2021. It started as Bitfest in Australia, and it brought the community together. Like we had, I think, 2 a year. It bumped revenue.
He's just having a conversation with somebody else. Miskiff messaged him.
It made everyone closer. The community was thriving, and I understand it's easier said than done to create a subfest right now. I do get that, but everyone loved it, and affiliates got a chance. And you know, when NA was doing it, we all were kind of cheering each other on too, because we had something similar. Like we had this event that was kind of for everyone, and it was life-changing
had it
for
probably.
creators.
I haven't seen him do it before,
Our
other than
revenue
chewing
was
ice.
boosted, and it helped us, you know, upgrade tech and do giveaways. And yeah, it's those things that I wish we could get back. And like Trash said, it's the communication that we want the most, and I know our team is doing.
She answered exactly what literally every single partner wants. Literally every single affiliate wants, is just to feel that there's that active communication happening in terms of there being part of the conversation and not just having to operate themselves.
The best. It's not on there.
Oh no.
Mob Lord asked me, how can Twitch think more global? And by global, I mean nationalist, make America stream again. How will you lead American streaming as president? Folks, let me tell you, when I lead, everything gets huge, okay?
Okay.
So to make America stream again, we need a tremendous plan.
Okay.
First, we support American streamers, the best in the world. Create big incentives like tax breaks and grants for streamers. Second, we promote American-made content globally. Huge outreach. Finally, we make sure our platforms are safe and secure. No stealing elections here. Okay?
Not sure how that
We'll
relates
make streaming
to streaming.
great again.
All right.
Believe me.
Surprised you didn't mention guest star. Someone needs to update the Trump TTS to have more suffering succotash. I agree with you. Hi, Jules, by the way. Welcome in. Nice to have you here.
It's just we want our region to succeed, and we want the best for everyone. So, yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, I encourage you. I appreciate you continuing to be vocal and pushing, because I do think that it's important to pay attention, and as I said, to always be thinking, how does this work globally? How does this scale?
Hi, Francesco.
And I think the intentions of the people internally are all, you know, extremely well-centered and well-founded. But
hi, Laners.
You need to hold us to a high standard of
Are you
explain how this is going to work. And it can't always happen overnight.
Yeah.
I know one of the people asked about the guilds, and the team is working on a plan about how to internationalize the guild. I think we will be doing it incrementally, not just all at once.
Oh boy. Oh man. See, this is where that is going to create such an interesting predicament for them. Because if he's talking about the guilds, oh man. Yeah.
I think one of
I believe the guilds are pretty limited right now in terms of being English only. But how, again, it's a thing of just open a new Twitch window and it shows the stories above the follow list. Yes, it does, Dimitri. Yeah. How do you then approach local differences in terms of that? And okay, I'm tap dancing here, but there's the Pride Guild, which is new, which globally there's going to be different issues, different parts that are more important or require more carefulness than others. There's the Latin Guild, which, okay. There is the Women's Guild, which perhaps is the one that may be able to most easily expand internationally. And then there's the Black Guild, which certainly has some interesting questions that then come up depending on where you are in the world as well. So I'm very intrigued in terms of how they're going to do that. I'm very intrigued. What is the role of ambassadors? The ambassadors are effectively Twitch's best of the best, or espouses Twitch's true values in terms of what it is. It's showcasing creators that they believe in, and so by that they use the ambassadors often as a bounce point to like talk and ask questions. They're also responsible now for being the Twitch safety team thing, where they get I forget the actual name of it, where they get communicated with on a regular basis to see if they are, what do you think about this update? What do you think about that? And then lastly, they're also often used because they kind of have like a permission structure that they're allowed to use them in promotions. So you'll see them used for promotions in TwitchCon and in social posts and stuff like that. And they just kind of have standing orders. So I don't think that each time they actually have to get permission. They're just able to use them. Safety Advisor Council. Yes, that one. Yeah. Are guilds English only or NA only? So I think that's kind of both. They're kind of both in that it is. I don't know that there's any. Maybe there is for a couple of them that they have like the UK, but they're definitely English.
The things I know, one of my big questions I have is, we formed the partner discords.
Okay. Also, speaking of the partner discords themselves, and this is not meant to be an attack on anybody who's running them or the operation, but the thing that we said when they launched them is coming true in that there's not a lot of activity there. There's not a lot of conversation. The North America one, English one, is probably the most active, but the others are it's usually the same dozen or 2 dozen people that are active there. And it's like, I don't know that, even though that these, for example, the North America one has grown to 8,000 members. The European one, 2,200, and the APAC one, 1,312. And currently, there's definitely some chat there because of yesterday's stream in the APAC that I'm seeing now, but they're quiet. They are quiet. Our Discord is, and again, that's traditional of Discord. That is very common with Discord. It's difficult to make an engaging place with a bunch of different people who don't inherently have the same interest other than the fact that they are partners. I don't know how they end up trying to revitalize that. How do you get people who have most likely muted most of those Discords at this point? Because that's how everybody ends up getting. Everybody joins a Discord and most of them mute it. Are they asking questions that elicit responses? No. So, no. There is, and again, this is not meant to be an attack on any staffers that are currently operating there, but they all post, well, not all, there's certain circumstances where it's not, but generally they post under a main account that is like Twitch EMEA staff, and that's who they respond to or respond from. But typically they're not active, and everybody says, hey, can I ask staff a question? And then all the partners that are in there go, no, this isn't for support. It's for partners to chat with other partners. So there isn't a lot of activity occurring as a result. So the idea of having more and more Discords is kind of like one of those questions of, I don't know what it gains in the long run. It's probably just going to be big dead Discords. So and again, it's not that that's the fault of staff who are operating them. It's the reality of Discord is that people, the idea of having a partner Discord is only valuable if there's a perk of being a partner, which means you have to have access to people. You have to have access to opportunity. And if those things don't exist, people just aren't going to be active there. Can confirm. Have definitely muted Zach's Discord on my list. That's fine. Find out. I get it. Actually, I haven't. It's one of my few non-muted Discords. I also don't send out any notifications in the Discord unless you opt into them. So I remember in English, as in from an England streamer saying she couldn't apply for the Women's Guild because it was NA or US. Yeah, you might be right, Purple Blur. Zach's in a mod server I'm in are the only ones that I'm not muted, but that's because they're both crazy light on notifications. Yeah, I as I said, I only Salty sends accidental notifications to everybody. Discords are mainly used for news like social media. They don't normally aim for activity unless it's forced. Yeah, I agree with that. Hi, Bridgeway. I really don't want it to happen with the DJ Creator Club. Yeah, so again, it's the kind of thing of you actually have to have, for the organizers of that, for the staff that are operating those, they have to have ongoing events, ongoing opportunity that actually gets people active there. If they don't, they will go quiet. They will go silent. Bot accounts get out of control like that occasionally.
And one of the things we have to figure out is how
Pretty sure it's NA only?
Discords also be effective in terms of different identity groups. Because one of the challenges
Oh,
with the guild-
interesting. Are they gonna build those into the partner? See, side note, I also want to add an asterisk here. While obviously working with your partner class is ideal, it still leaves affiliates waving in the wind, right? It still leaves you, and again, to some degree, I get that. The only perk that they can potentially offer is this hypothetical perk of a partner Discord and a check mark. But it is a kind of thing of, again, when you are talking to the ANZ region, they did have campaigns that supported affiliates. So it's talking to a different group overall here. So that's just a little context on him talking about the partners. Get fucked 50 people. It was like to 50 people. Oh, okay. Well, that's not so bad then. We're going to build up some way to get small and medium-sized streamers to grow. I agree, Ben. I understand what you're saying there.
Of course, is there are a lot of identity groups that aren't represented by one of the guilds.
He has not mentioned guest yet.
Most obvious one would be...
well, actually, that's not true. The very first thing that he mentioned was combined chat for guest star. Literally the first words that we heard were that.
For disabled people, right? But there are other ones, veterans, and some are very local, right?
Wait,
like,
what?
If you take, the concept of veterans, obviously anyone can be a veteran, but I think part of the identity is that local, meaning, yeah, we all served in the Australian military, isn't necessarily the same as the U.S. military. So I think we have to figure out how to get the benefit of the guilds, and we have some things we'll be talking about at TwitchCon about exactly that, about how to start expanding them.
Intriguing. I don't know how that's going to work. Veteran culture in America is on steroids? Correct, yes.
With the Unity guilds, you've got the Pride one coming soon. Is that one going to be open to all creators from regardless of region, or is that going to be locked off to US and UK?
I think it's going to start, because I think the way we're going to do it is, as opposed to like figuring out how to build the right Discord, so that an important thing with these groups is that it needs to be big enough so that there are others, but not too big, so that now it's just swamped. So in fact, the way we need to build the Discord is probably different.
So that thing we just launched, we need to do it differently. So over. It's so over. Oh, when did they... They launched them in May. Holy shit. They launched in May, and already they're talking about we have to do them different.
Discord, so that an important thing with these groups is that it needs to be big enough so that there are others, but not too big, so that now it's just swamped. So in fact, the way we need to build the Discord is probably different.
I'm sorry. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit. Fail fast, I guess so. It's been 30 minutes. You can already understand how ANZ creators found about this stream. Oh, man. They should just copy the corporate non-responsiveness of YouTube. Get fucked, creators. We won't even answer emails if you have 10 million subs. Better hope you know someone internally. Oh, fuck. At some point, Twitch has to run out of plugs to pull. Hi, Vader. Holy Christ. I just... Like, oh boy. Wow. Okay.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Oh man. Holy shit. Thank you, Arius. Ooh, boy. Oh man.
Because part of finding people to collaborate with, first of all, one thing is when you stream.
Oh no. Oh no, Dan. Please no. Please no. For the love of God, no. Please, for the love of God, no. Please, no. Please, for the love of God, no. Don't even. Please.
Many different things. And so I'm pretty sure the plan is to not roll that one out globally, but rather to internationalize some of the other ones that already kind of have a rhythm and going, because you kind of want to get something working and then grow it. And if you start with this big thing, sometimes it can never.
God! A new subscriber! No! God, please, no! No! No!
Desert Ice. No! That's nice. Thanks for gifting us up to guest star.
Like take off, if that makes sense, because it just starts off with a lot of noise in different locations and different things, and it's like people don't get that value of understanding the proximity, right? I think we have to structure the Discord slightly differently. To me, especially, I think.
Did we dodge? Did we dodge? We may have dodged. Hi, Silky. Silky's live over on the YouTube channel.
The both the women's one and the Pride one, both are fairly large groups. Interestingly, as one, I'll take an example. One of my things I think we have to think about as we talk about like the Black Guild. Of course, in Australia you have Indigenous people and Aborigines. You have it's a good question of whether or not just because they both have dark skin, that's not quite the same as an African American. It's a different form. And like thinking about that group, what's the right
way
to meet their needs? I don't have the answer there. Right? I think that's something, and this isn't even the group necessarily to think about that group, about how to help them, meet and commune with each other.
It would be great to have another guild in the future. I know there are so many voices.
I'm sweating right now. Yeah.
I know I can't speak for them directly, but I've seen on Twitter a lot, they want their voices to be heard in Australia. And NAIDOC Week is a very important week, but it should be happening every month, every day of the year. So in the future, I mean, if there's ever discussions about that, I would love an Aboriginal guild. Raise their voices up more.
Oh no, Dan, please don't do the same answer. Don't do the same answer of but American Aboriginal versus Canadian. It's a whole thing.
I will tell. I completely agree with you.
Okay,
Part
all
of
right,
this
all right.
is
I stand down.
Now there's this. When we first built the guilds, we were focused on partners. We extended it to affiliates. there's part of me that thinks that the right way to do this is to, but we still have to figure out how to meet the affiliate need as well, is to somehow expand the partner Discord or to have an affiliate Discord or something.
Passive aggressive Clancy too,
that
probably. It's
as
fine.
opposed to having, DreamCon
DreamCon.
allows you to have 5
Stashy.
or 6 or 10 or 12, right? Because
Wait, what? As opposed to having like 5. Wait, what is he talking about?
This is to, but we still have to figure out how to meet the affiliate need as well, is to somehow expand the partner Discord or to have an affiliate Discord or something, so that as opposed to having,
See, this is where this is where I'll give Twitch an element of credit in that, or at least understanding, in that this is a hard thing to offer. How, like, again, you're trying to build community and offer some level of connection between fellow creators through a third-party Discord, and it's already proving difficult with your partner group, which is your elite group, presumably, and that those are the people who are certainly around a lot more. They've established a higher community in terms of they hit those overall numbers, the 75 needed, and so forth, right? And as such, there's a understanding that it's just a smaller group overall. So there's more things that you can potentially do to offer things that scale with that overall community. Trying to launch an affiliate Discord is probably not going to go the way that you want it to go, because it ends up being way too many people all shouting in the void, hey, go watch my stream. And the outcome will be that nobody watches anybody's streams. And then it just kind of becomes a loud point of gathering that I don't know that they end up getting much value from. And so it is a difficult question that for Twitch, I almost think, and this is going to be the business side speaking here, I almost think that if they want to go down the road of not thinking locally, but thinking generally and globally, that they almost shouldn't do any of this. They almost shouldn't have a partner Discord or guild Discords that with Twitch support or content with Twitch support, because once you start, if you can't offer the opportunities to actually make it worth it, then you're just creating quiet places that some people will look into and be like, hey, remember when this first launched and everybody was super active and it was super cool and now everybody's super quiet now? Like that's the risk that they go down. And so again, going back to the ANZ region and the success that they had as a localized community is the playbook that should be followed. There's a reason that Australia and New Zealand creators are disappointed. They had something that worked and worked really well. And if they can't offer that, if they can't replicate that, then I don't know if they should try to. Jess, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub for 26 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. How are you doing, Jess? Maybe Jess, I miss you on Twitch. I get why you are somewhere else, but I miss Twitch streams. Sounds like a nightmare. Yeah. I feel that's what the creator Discord is. Yeah. I mean, it happens everywhere, right? Like, even my own Discord, I'm super active there. Lots of people are super active there. We're sharing relevant information and opportunities and jobs and stuff like that. But of the 900 plus people who are there, there's maybe 100 people who are active who regularly check in. So statistically, not 80% of the people aren't regularly checking into the Discord, and maybe they haven't in months or whenever. But like that's with a lot of engagement centered around me and the content that I create and that is of interest on to the majority of people who are there, because it's all about Twitch, the platform that they stream on. So it is a kind of thing of I don't know how they end up creating that for the vast majority of partners or affiliates. That one sounds like a nightmare. Too many Discords. Yep. That same people will look into. You can say I will look into. It's okay. Looking forward to the partner Discord 1 year later. TOS.GG article. Sub for only $4.99 a month. 2 hours in, 30 minutes in the VOD. Have skipped. So about 3 weeks to complete. Oh no, is that how long it's been, Tegan?
Like that way it allows you to have 5 or 6 or 10 or 12, right? Because the reality is there's a lot of variability across identity. There's also the intersectionality where sometimes you have the cross product of these things. So there's a lot of value of letting people with an identity to commune together. And finding the right way to do that in Discord is, I think, for me, I'm not convinced.
To be honest, I feel like that putting a lot of effort into things that in the long run is pretty much the majority they do at the moment, company-wide. Yeah, maybe. The problem is that they speak at a reasonable speed. Hi, Kuma.
It works to have 8 or 10 different Discords, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's better if you find a container.
What is that sound? What the fuck is that sound? It started doing that yesterday and I don't know what it is. Love that Dan is championing the Discords while shutting down his own Discord down. I know it's a Streamlabs alert, I know, but I don't have anything. Hi, Ariella, how are you? That has to have been a blurb. Good, okay, good. There's no chance it can be 2 back to back like that. Okay, let me rewind and see what he's saying here. God damn it.
Product of these things. So there's a lot of value of letting people with an identity to commune together. And finding the right way to do that in Discord is, I think, for me, I'm not convinced it works to have 8 or 10 different Discords. If that.
Oh, shit, that's what he's saying. Because Twitch currently has 9 Discords. Oh, no. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, fuck. Yeah, they're done. That's a GG on that one. Wet Myself remix. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Oh, man. Holy heck. God, baby Jess, you weren't even here for the... How could you...
Commune together. And finding the right way to do that in Discord is, I think, for me, I'm not convinced it works to have 8 or 10 different Discords, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's better if you find a container that then can have, you know, a larger number of identity groups.
Yeah.
It's a good.
Stop it. That's a blurb. God damn it, Bridge Boy. Zach, quit the news and play GTRP with me. I've never played that before. Hi, First Necron.
Good example where when we built it, it kind of, oh, this works for Black, Latino. I guess it works for, but.
Was that also a sound effect, or is that? Oh my God, Blur. Jesus Christ. Stop. You guys have to stop. You have to stop.
Of identity groups.
Don't pick.
Yeah.
It's a good example where when we built it, it kind of, oh, this works for Black, Latino. I guess it works for, but as soon as you start pulling that string, you see the number of groups gets much larger.
Come on. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to speak
Hi, Growly Bear.
community just quickly because I know a lot of people were very vocal when Elliot posted, so I wanted to make sure I at least mentioned it.
Yeah.
I can actually talk to that a little bit.
To optimize use of existing resources, we're going to merge Discords into channels, cut the staff by 3/4, and expect increased growth. So what I will say, here's what I will say. Look, if and Dan may be telegraphing that to us right now. They've launched all of these different Discords, right? Plus Black, Latino, Pride, women, DJs, IRL. Okay? So in total, there is now 15 Discords. I like the way he said women. Me? Women? It sounds to me like Dan is more of the idea here of one super Discord that is fragmented out into these various things with areas for each of them. And if you will have the cross, what did he say? Cross functionality or crossover, whatever he said. So if you are a French speaking Latino or a Japanese DJ or a Portuguese speaking woman who does IRL content, then you have the crossovers of each in this one single thing, and you're not inherently going to see this. If you speak French, you're not going to see this, you're not going to see this,
about how,
and so forth.
to a former interim CEO of OpenAI, that the world is basically Candyland? Like, you're dooming over the future of AI, and boom, there's just a CEO job for you. And then days later, it's gone. Then you just have to go back to being a dad. Former interim CEOs of OpenAI aren't that excited about it. Subscribe with Prime.
I hate when I have to question and staff says, oh, that was answered in the Discord. Go scroll back 5 months to find the answer. DJ and IRL in the same Discord? Okay.
From the ads?
All right, so
if you
14.
Tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
There should just be roles in a massive Discord. 16 if you count the Twitch dev one. You forgot man, camera, and TV.
Yeah, Zach Bussey, you're a dirty online.
Stop.
You misled me.
Stop.
with
I can
your
barely be
fake
asked to hang out in
news.
3, and one of them is mine. You said K the way that Dan says okay. Oh, am I? Maybe I'm mirroring. Maybe he's imprinting on me. Uh-oh. God damn. Hi, Funkadelic Chica. How are you? Welcome. Why don't they just make 15 Minecraft servers next? Let's keep rolling with the bad ideas. Discords are a nightmare to search. They're not great. They're not great. Yeah, I will agree. So, again, it's interesting to see how they're approaching this. And it's, as I said before, it's unfortunate that Twitch had curse in the past and they didn't have a long-term vision for how they wanted that to operate. And now it just kind of feels like, I don't know. It just feels like a strange time. Discord fixed their search function to allow searching individual forum posts. I actually don't know. Please fix it. What am I fixing? Oh, the fact that I said okay.
Around, so I kind of back on your point, Elliot, around, Medoc Week, even Te Aire Maori, like things like that. There's a huge appetite globally to try and work out how that actually fits in. Trying to
Stop. That's not a blurp. What is the sound? What is the sound?
Medoc Week, even Te Aire Maori, like things like that. There's a huge appetite globally to try and work out how that actually fits in. Trying to work out how something fits in with the tech.
Why
as
did it
well.
just
Like,
start
one of
doing
the
it?
conversations we had around it was, okay, there may not be enough Australian Aboriginal streamers for it to be a shelf. What about Indigenous, like globally Indigenous?
No, it's not my Patreon. I don't have any Patreon connected.
But there are definitely conversations with that going on. And
Can somebody who's never followed my YouTube channel follow my YouTube channel so we can check? I read T-Shente's name at the same time. Xenophoro. Is it the replay of the stream? No, I rewound to see if it was, but it's not.
trying to figure out ways to be able to highlight more diversity and more of those faces. So that they have been ongoing, and we're working with Blackout GG as well to try and put some of the power in their hands and some of the stuff that was owned by Twitch. Like
That's what
stream
I'm
team.
wondering, if it's a YouTube subscription. Finite Singularity has a QAU that allows for searching scenes and sources to find errant browser sources.
Your stream is broken.
It's not broken. Okay, that's a fake. That's a fake. That's absolutely a fake. God damn it, Orius.
That
one was a
Medoc
fake.
Week. We managed to get, well, should have
Sub to my YouTube. Just sub to YouTube. Okay. So I wonder what the fuck it is. I mean, there's nothing on my dashboard. Stream Elements isn't saying anything. And I don't use any of this other stuff. Ads, Twitch chat, Tangia, my own website. And then it's just the mainline alerts. Wait, does Twitch's stupid alert system have it? Do they use that as a sound effect by default? Yeah, there's nothing on my YouTube dashboard. Dashboard? Why am I saying dashboard? Yeah, nothing's happening there. I don't know. I'll figure this out after stream at some point.
Managed to get. I've got to double check with them and make sure they've got full access.
I just don't know what it could
back in
be.
their hands. So those sorts of activities are going on as well.
Jack, do you have anything?
Stan falling asleep.
Someone bought merch.
Stop. Wait. Oh, that is real. Wait, what did you do? What did you buy? What is that? Wait, why did it do that? Wait, you subscribe to the Patreon and that's what it does now? It's doing the fourth wall?
Sorry to fucking break it to you, you little bitch, but there's gonna be a lot of swearing on this stream.
Why is everything broken? What is happening? But that actually shows me that I got a purchase creating a trusted source for streamer news, and that is absolutely for the Patreon. But I don't know why that's connected. That shouldn't be connected.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, stop. That's a sound effect from Blurp. What is it? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind.
Someone bought merch.
Stop! Whatever who is doing. Guys, the Patreon is no more. Don't do the Patreon. The Patreon
Did
is...
your account get suspended fairly, but you want it overturned?
I'll fix it.
Are you unhappy with the rules and want them adjusted specifically for you?
I'll fix it.
Are you an employee in the middle of answering a question about...
I'll fix it. Hi, I'm CEO John Delancey, and I fix things. No job too small, no task too basic. No one knows better than me, not even my employees. So if you have something you want to fix, I'll fix it. Call 857-758-5055 and
man.
I'll fix it.
Guys, the Patreon doesn't exist anymore. There's no updates there. I'm only keeping it up so that it can, because people don't want to switch over their subs. Oh, man. That's Z in the corner. That's Z in the spotlight. He's all his marbles. Yep. Let's continue watching this. God damn it.
Just listening. There was some good conversations going on there. No, I got a few things I wanted to kind of bring up, but mine's sort of more.
Let me test something. Oh, God.
Well, should have managed to get. I've got to double check with
Someone
them.
bought
and make sure
merch.
Stop! Why are you doing this? Laner, why are you doing this? Laner's on YouTube watching.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, watch a grown man literally lose his mind over random sounds only he can hear.
Laner, you're not even subscribed to TOS.GG. This is not news. This is not news. I don't think this is even real. What's going on? Why would you subscribe to the... Oh, man, what is going on? I guess it's just a nightmare. All right, let's get back to watching this.
Got full access back in their hands.
Padded room is nice
so
this
those
time
sorts
of year.
Activities are going on as well.
Jack, do you you have anything?
Oh.
Yeah, I was just listening.
Okay, so that came from the video. Okay, Discord notification sounds are from the video. All right.
Conversations going on there. No, I got a few things I wanted to kind of bring up, but mine's
Who's got that on? Is that I'm assuming it's him.
sort of more in terms of road mapping, in terms of staff.
Dan appears to be falling asleep.
Things like that for support, because like we can want
Someone
all
bought
of these
merch.
things.
Stop. Who's Tanya? I don't even know who Tanya is. That's not even a person that's here. Tanya, you better be subscribed to TOS.GG. That's.
We can want all of this support, but if that doesn't make sense to Twitch,
You're Tanya? I'm sure. Yeah, okay.
to be able to support it and bring on someone in marketing, someone in paid media, someone in the community management sort of position, like where does that all lie? Does that?
You know what is stronger than Dan's opinion? Zach, what is
What?
stronger than your passion for streaming? News and the demise of Guest Star. A new 2024 Ford F-150.
That's true.
Built Ford. Tough.
That is true. That is true.
Is that all with Lewis?
God
And
damn it,
he's
Healy.
trying to do 7 jobs at once, or what's sort of moving forward from here? That you said yes, indefinitely you do want to support ANZ. You love coming down here, which we love to hear. That's what we all kind of want. But what can we expect moving forward? Is there anything like soon? Is this sort of like a planning stage? Does it
Well, we
financially
do
make
have-
sense to the region, that sort of stuff?
Right. Well, let's break it down into
Dan's holding on. The ship is sinking.
pieces. So as Elliot
It's such a. Dan's got some interesting mannerisms. This is a new one, by the way. We have not seen the over the head holding of the chair back. That's a brand new one. We've obviously had the chewing of ice. We have had the interrupting, but we've not had the holding of the back of the chair.
we actually do now have a marketing team that is starting to engage in that. In fact, by the way, one topic that's great here is to hear more about of the different things that team can do. What is the most valuable?
Should we start a bingo card for this? I think so. Next time we do bingo. Next get patch notes. I guess we will.
Right, which is a good thing to hear because there are different things that these teams can do, and it's like, where is that value? So Lewis acts as a local face of the organization, and I think he really has 2 roles. One is as a conduit, because sometimes the issue is not one. He manages the partnership team. But sometimes the issue is a product issue, to use an example. I think there is when we were in I forget, I think it was Taiwan, there was this issue where there were certain phrases that that continually would have enforcements against them because they sounded like an inappropriate term in English, but it wasn't an inappropriate term in Taiwanese. That was really a product and a technical issue, right? So all we need to do is kind of get the right people working on it and then let them handle it, right? But now his primary job is to manage the team that manages the relationship with our partners. One of the things that team is supposed to do, and I think Lewis and team has done a great job with this. In fact, they've distinguished themselves with this. We've been trying to move away from this idea of, they just support managed partners. And his team was already thinking more holistically about, you may have an SPM, but some people may not have an SPM, but we have a job to communicate with all of our partners.
Why? Why are you guys doing any of this? Guys, the Patreon doesn't exist. You don't get the same perks. It's a weaker TOS.GG sub. You get a Discord role, I think. I don't even know if that's still connected or not. But you don't get the little badge in chat. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. What do you get? Why have you all done this? Stop this nonsense. Salty, this is your fault, by the way. This is your stupid fault. What is that? Why? Why did it do that? There's not... Oh my god, I thought it was a blurb, but it's not a blurb. Okay. That's a blurb. That's not a blurb. It's following the Patreon.
Bits.
Why is that now on? I've done nothing but shut everything off on Patreon.
Is this a blurb?
At least we know.
Someone bought merch.
Stop it. I'm going to murder you all in a video game like Minecraft using a wood sword.
Someone bought merch.
What? Okay. Stop. I don't know who any of these people are. You even... Is it just you signing up for free? This is just free. You guys aren't actually paying for this, right? This is just you signing up. Okay. That's what's going on here. You're not actually paying for that stupid thing. Oh my god. You have no idea the amount of rage that was going through my body that people are paying for that. I'm just like, how do I stop them from doing this? This is a nightmare. Settings. How do I stop this? Wait, no, people did sign up. They did pay. Oh, man. You guys are so... Apps. But it's not even connect. I don't understand. I don't know why it's doing it. I'll figure it out later. Oh, but at least we now know. At least we now know. Of course, we paid. You are cool. Later. It's all fun and games until we get sued for Zach's
Someone
therapy
bought
bill.
merch.
Is it because I did this? I don't have Streamlabs. I don't have a Streamlabs browser source. I only use Stream Elements. I only use Stream Elements. I swear. What do you swear? I don't have any Streamlabs connected. I have no Streamlabs connected. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. This one is...
Someone bought merch.
Dashboard.twitch.widgets. Okay. This one is... I only have a few. This one is obsblurp.com. This one is TTS Monster. This one is my background animation. This one's Firefox. This one is the captions, live captions. This one is the date that you see at the top there. This one is my camera. This is my lower third, the little thing that is scrolling down there. This is my icon alert, which appeared there over top of the TOS logo. Then I have first, second, and third and fourth topic. Then I have breaking news, which is off. I have breaking news, which is off. I have Tangia for the overlay. Then I have Twitch chat, ads, TOS.gg, which is done by Barry and is tied to TOS.gg alerts, and nothing else. That is it. There are no other Streamlabs associations with this. Not one. Not one. Let's continue watching this. My notifications just all purchase created. And, oh, by the way, here's how I know it's coming from Stream Elements. Here's how I know is because it shows up as coming from Stream Elements. I don't know why I didn't even just show you this before. That's Stream Elements. You know what the funny thing is? I have no clue how to follow the Patreon. It didn't give me the option to follow, only to sub. Well, so I don't know what is going on. Stream elements. Live streamers. Click here. Click elements. No. But why? See, here's the question I have. Why is it coming up for my fourth wall stuff?
Someone bought merch.
Why is that coming up with my fourth wall? It's being associated with fourth wall, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's my merch alert. But I don't know why it's showing up. Boycott stream elements. I'm going to turn off fourth wall entirely for the moment and figure out what the hell is going on. Because I don't remember ever connecting my fourth wall to stream elements. That's my Patreon to stream elements. That's what I'm confused by. No, I turned it off. Oh my God. It's off now. It turns you off. That's a sound effect, right? That's not a sound effect. It sounded so different. Guys, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I need a breather. I'm gonna get coffee. I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm gonna use the washroom, and I'll be back in 3 minutes. I'm gonna run ads. This is a nightmare. Stop. Stop. I can't stop it. This is crazy.
He's gone. Okay, good. We can try this again. So a family walks into a talent agency. It's a father, mother, son, daughter, and dog. The father says to the talent agent, "We have a really amazing act. You should represent us." Oh, crap. He's coming back.
How the hell did you predict that? How the hell did you predict that? You guys are the worst. You guys are the worst. This is insane. I honestly don't know where it's coming from. I made a nice iced coffee, by the way. I had an iced coffee in my fridge. You said 3 minutes? Valid. Patreon alerts. Okay, but I don't have them on. Save. They weren't on, so I don't know why they would have been on now. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. There's probably another scene triggering in the background. Yeah, but I don't... Again, I rebuilt all of my scenes. I literally rebuilt all of them. And so there's nothing here that has existed since I had TOS.GG. That's what I'm so confused by. So, stream element, keep in mind, I've literally... Please, for the love of God, pop up in chat. Oh, thank God. For the longest time, I haven't logged into Stream Elements' backend in 3 months. I've literally changed nothing there. So it is so crazy to me that literally yesterday it turned on. What if it's Barry sending alerts to the TOS.GG alert system? Where is Barry? Is Barry here? No, Barry's not here. I think I turned it off. I think I've turned it off now. I think I've turned it off. I had to go and open Zach's chat on another desktop to accept the warning. Sucks to suck. Question, would you rather have the alert or the fire alarm beeping? The alert. The alert. All right. I think it's gone. I think I fixed it. That or you guys are just remarkably coordinated in your ability to troll. You spent an hour? What'd I spend an hour? Trying to find a fucking sound? Hey, Slashy, sometimes those sounds are sneaky. You don't realize where they are, and they hide from you. That's how it works. That's how it works. All right, let's get into this video. We're 2 hours into stream, and we're 30 minutes into the video, which means only 6 more hours to go.
To have events with all of our partners. They would
Hold on, I need to rewind and figure out what the hell he's saying.
We've been trying to move away from this idea of, oh, they just support managed partners. And his team was already thinking more holistically about, you may have an SPM, but some people may not have an SPM, but we have a job to communicate with all of our partners.
SPMs are partner managers, essentially.
To have events with all of our partners. They would plan various events that would be much broader than managed partners.
Okay.
You know, be it at PAX or be it at other things like that. So the way to think of this is, for many teams, they'll have a global, like marketing.
Yes.
It's not under Lewis's responsibility, okay? But he's supposed to be a voice there. The best example, I mean, often one of the biggest needs that regions want to think about is features and product and engineering and issues like that.
Oh no.
Which Lewis is never controlled,
okay,
right? But he's a conduit to help make sure that the team is focusing on these issues. But market, I think the biggest gap, to be clear,
we're not interested in what you're doing with partners. We're interested in the region as a whole, and the amount of partners focused talk is really discouraging, to be honest. A lot of upvotes on that one.
Was the lack of the marketing presence, which I know the team has something in place now, you know, in terms of what more can be done I know I keep pushing the team. It's good to identify specific things as we go along and as they start doing it. I mean, I would love to hear. Why don't I kick off this question? Of the communication and the channels,
there's no way. Baby bat, save me.
Zach,
Yes.
did you find that sound?
No.
Are you absolutely sure?
No.
Let me speak. Did you check the extra scenes? I said. Let me speak. Sucks to suck. Got 'em.
I think the concept of streamers as a whole, instead of just partners, is foreign to Dan, considering he's been enjoying hanging out with famous people a lot. Yeah. So, God damn it, that's nice. Yes. For Dan, there is a reason that Dan is speaking to partners and meeting partners and taking partners out to dinner. And occasionally an errant affiliate sneaks in, but it's usually not of his invitation. It is usually as part of an existing streamer who's attending that. Is just like, oh, can this person come as well? And Dan's not going to say no. And to some degree, I think, why are you guys signing up for the newsletter as Dan Clancy, the real Dan Clancy, and still Dan Clancy, just to check my stupid notifications? I see. Have you tried not sucking? No, I'm sticking with it. We have a little marketing presence in ANZ as they removed our marketing presence. I know some people who went. Yeah. Dan only cares about platform income. He goes usually partner. Yes. Yeah. So, and I think that's from the strategic point of view as a platform that is not making money. As a strategic platform that is not making money, that is an understandable focus on why they would focus on them. I'm just being honest in that regard. What is this? What am I looking at?
Point, uwu.
Could repair a line.
Water and I don't have
Just so.
Splitgate?
Death Coil, Death Lord, level 4.
love.
For sure.
Ranger and Dairy Farmer Ben go head to head in Farm and Seek. Tune in to see them explore sustainable dairy practices in an epic game of prop hunt. Oh, good. Okay, sure. Cool. All right. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yes. From the if Dan can't say this. Dan can't say this, but his actions are obvious in that they are focused on partners. And the reality is 70% of total viewership hours is going to partners, and that is where the vast majority of income is going as well. So it's not like, from the strategic point of view, I don't think that Dan can come out and be like, yeah, unfortunately, there's too many partners, and we can't necessarily distinguish between the ones that make us money and the ones that don't. So we focus on partners because the partners ultimately have a better chance at making money because they've shown the ability to actually grow an audience that then can be marketed to. We don't inherently have that guarantee with affiliates. So a variety of factors, view bots, or just too small, having communities that are too small or whatever. And that those communities are, this is the strategic point of view, not to say that those people are any less than, but that is how Twitch probably looks at it. And so as you're seeing people complain, those are just as important as partners, strategically to Twitch, no, not the case. Not the thing that people want to hear, but it just is the reality of the thing. If you are not a partner, you just haven't hit the metric that Twitch can actually be like, oh yeah, we care about what your goals are. We care about your community. We care about your ability to earn income. And all of that is under the umbrella of monetization. We care to the extent that you make us money. If you have a great community of tens of thousands, but you don't make us any money, that gets really frustrating. And we have an example of that in the form of Asmongold's alt, which was previously not monetized. And it won't show it for me now because I'm logged in on my main here. But if I open it in a private window, I'm getting an ad for Ben the dairy farmer, who's on the front page right now. So there you go. Unmonetized channel, but now has ads on it. So that is the context of which it is important to understand. As much as people like Dan and love the platform of Twitch, you don't matter other than to the extent that Twitch needs to make money off of you. And that's not meant to be insulting. That's not meant to be hurtful. That is just the reality of an Amazon-owned corporation that has not made any profit.
The only ad I need is something to display the raw dripping passion I have for Zach Bussey.
Jesus Christ, Chef. Brandon, thank you very much for the 11-month resub. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. With Cutie Cinderella, Twitch presents. When were they last live on this channel? Oh, it's because they're doing the table. Interesting. They're really pushing that, eh? They're really pushing that one. They really need that one to succeed. It's one of the few things that Twitch has invested directly in a while, and they need it to get viewership. All right, let's continue. I think it's in collaboration with what is the? Why am I forgetting things? Man, my brain is not working. Twitch Rivals. Twitch Rivals. It's in collaboration with Twitch Rivals. Twitch Rivals is effectively acting as not just a esports kind of event thing. They're actually sort of becoming more like a production studio. And so they've invested in that show. And so I guess Twitch is trying to get more viewership on it. Hi, Hex Ice Coffee. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Almost forgot to like the stream. Yes, thank you so much, Monica. I do appreciate you liking the stream. Stop. I hate you all so much.
What do you feel,
that was you, Ben.
feel is the most important thing that you had been receiving before?
We were so spoiled, honestly. There was communication weekly, multiple times a week, forms to apply for backfill, which we still have, although it's kind of not working.
Backfill, by the way, is on the front page. If they don't have, or if somebody cancels or whatever, there is a backfill slot that usually has a lot less viewers on it. That is basically designed as a, hey, we have an extra spot here. We're going to throw you in. By the way, this is interesting. This might be the backfill spot. 3.5 is the music industry. This is literally one of, I think it's Warner? Universal.
Report for duty.
This is Universal that is running this one.
New course.
And so they're on the front page for 3 hours, 112 viewers. That is probably a legitimate audience, but they're getting backfill on the front page, it looks like. So kind of intriguing.
Working at the moment. But forms for Spooky Week, NAIDOT Week, Pride, just every event you could think of, there's always forms. There was always someone chatting in the Discord if we had a question. We had a ticket.
She's completely describing exactly what the differences are with the ANZ region Discord. A completely different experience than elsewhere.
System at one point, but it was so active to the point where if we had a question, it would be answered within a few hours. It was amazing, and I understand why that's not sustainable long term. But
ANZ Pride Week, yep.
we had.
Oh, that's interesting, say Sarah.
You know,
so they're getting they're getting a little taste of that front page, but not much.
For nearly 7 years, and I don't this is the first time I haven't had the communication because it was always really solid. And then the layoffs happened, and I understand that's another thing, but anything you could think of, we had that communicated to us.
Yeah, and some of that, like, just to be honest about what we can get back and what we can't.
Is front page only for partners? So technically no, but practically yes. Anybody can theoretically be on the front page if Twitch puts them there. It is hand selected. There is a schedule. There is a system of putting things up there. So theoretically, you could have an affiliate up there. And I think there's been a couple times where like charities have been up there, and they may not inherently be a partnered charity, like having the partner badge. But yes, they do ultimately have that ability. Something related to the table show with Cutie Cinderella. I noticed Hassan announced a show for TwitchCon that has the Twitch streamer originals. Are those the only two shows so far using that label? I think there's one or two others that are currently in production that we'll probably end up seeing soon. So, yeah. Basically, they're pitching ideas, and then, yeah.
You did have because the staff was like proportionally to the size of the creator base 3 times as big as North America proportionally, or something like that. I don't know exactly, but it was like
proportionally to the size of the staff. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. So he's saying if they had 50 staff, or sorry, no, hold on. Just to make this easier on me. If they had 10 staff in NA, if they had 10 staff in NA compared to having 10,000 total partners, to have 3 times, if you had 1,000 in ANZ, they may have had 10 staff. So that would be a factor of 10 technically, but that's what he's basically saying here, is that compared to the overall size of the community that is being supported, I'm shutting down all notifications. I'm going to do that.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender.
Notifications are now paused.
We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
That's right. That's the Borg. Anyways, there you go. Partner to staff ratio, yeah. Wait, what did you say about Hassan? Hassan announced his debate show today for TwitchCon. Ah, okay. Is there like a tweet about it or a video?
It wasn't just like 20% bigger. It was significantly bigger, which allowed them, and they did a great job providing that direct care. We've worked a lot actually with our customer support team to try and improve that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a Twitch link too. I'm running my own debate with Twitch streamer originals and a bunch of special guests at TwitchCon San Diego. Yeah, he'll debate everybody except for Destiny, right?
Throughout history, man is intellectually scarred in the...
There's no way. My alerts are paused. There's no way. Patreon.com. Settings. No, Slashy, absolutely not. Thank you for the offer, though. I do appreciate it. Unpublish your page.
Inconceivable.
Unpublishing means you're no longer
You
be
know
able
who
to see
shouldn't
page. Any
feel
paying
safe in this
members.
space? Suck Bussey.
Any paying members will be paused. Oh fuck! I can't do that. Notifications. Apps. Disconnect. Disconnected. Email notifications. Billing and payouts. Stream elements. Stream elements. Modules. Do you have any modules on? Chat alerts. That's a sound effect. That's a sound effect. It's louder. That's a sound effect. Raffle. Overlays. Edit. Fourth wall. Delete. Fourth wall. Delete. TTS layers. Fine. No purchase alerts are active there. TTS layer. Settings. Subscriber alert. Tip alert. Well, maybe the subscriber alert needs to be turned off. Save. Do I have anything else here that's active? I have nothing else here that's active. Background, ads, blurb, desktop, mic, Pangea, us.gg, TTS. There's nothing else that can be running through this at this point. Settings. The chatbot sends sound effects? Probably not. Merch. That's connected. Okay. Okay. There it is. So it is pulling from fourth wall. Why is it pulling from fourth wall? Do I have my fourth wall connected to Patreon? Maybe that's the problem. Fourth wall. Why would that happen, though? That doesn't make any sense. Settings. Disconnect. Okay, that's disconnected now.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Working on it.
Fix it, fix it, fix it.
Stream elements, overlays. There can't be anything more here. YouTube alerts, merch alerts. That shouldn't be on, though. There's nothing there. I don't have anything. Let's just delete that, though. Go back. I don't want anything that says merch or memberships in, even though I've not used these in 3 years. Delete. And the streamer first, April Fool's. Merch alert. There's another one. Delete. Goodbye. All right. I think that's it. This one, delete. Mobile alerts. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, and it's driving me fucking nuts. I'm going to end stream there. Thanks, guys, for being here. I really do appreciate it. Goodbye.